That was very strange.
The groovy music, so nice. We played it twice.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. It played the same thing. I don't know what's going on. I'm very confused.
Hey, good afternoon, DamFam. Hello, kids and cubs, and welcome to the August 2026 Pubcast. I forgot where I needed to look there for a second.
Yeah.
With Mr. Grizzly. We get some Grizzly time.
Yeah.
Yay! I'm your host, the Eager Beaver, pronouns he, him, hey, Mr. Beaver, eh? And with me, as usual, my good friend, Mr. Grizzly. And we are live at the
Lieutenant's Pump from beautiful downtown Ottawa at 361 Elgin Street. My camera just went out of focus for some reason. I don't know what's going on with that.
Yes, the restream's been doing that for some reason. It's even sometimes like when I play clips and come back from clips and all of a sudden it's like Fuzzy Beaver.
Weird. I don't understand.
Big thank you goes to our Pubcasts founding sponsors, the Peppermaster, the Miss V Mysteries from Corvid Moon Publishing, and PsychicTarot.ca, and of course everybody here at the Pump that allows us to set up here monthly and do what we do. Take up some space for a few hours. Of course, you know, we eat a little food and we buy a few drinks and stuff.
Get a little closer to the mic.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We buy some nosh and we have a few drinks too. So, you know, it's a mutually beneficial deal.
Yeah. Works out for both of us. And the pub. I mean, they make some money off us. So,
yeah, exactly. And then we get this wonderful environment.
Okay. So I don't know why I'm out of focus. I can't figure it out.
Yeah, and yet I'm crystal clear.
Yeah, I don't know.
And it's the same camera.
Yeah, they're two identical cameras. Yeah. So I don't know.
That's a little wild.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. No. I don't know. I can't figure it out. Oh, well. I'll figure it out later. It's very strange. And my mic keeps dropping.
We need microphones and Viagra.
Fucking thing. I'm so pissed at this thing. It keeps doing it. It's supposed to hold up to 10 kilos. This is like 3, and it keeps dropping.
Yeah.
It just slowly drops.
Mine at home does that too. That there's a certain level towards me that I can't bring it any further because the weight further just makes it tip down. So I like adjusting the camera and adjusting my body to try because the mic, it's like Scotty on Star Trek. It's like, I can't go no more.
Cannot do it, Captain. All right. I don't know why it's out of focus. Let's see if I can.
Is that better?
There.
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah. I don't know why I did that.
Yeah.
No idea. Very strange.
All right. Pubcast, for those of you who may be new here, it's the show that we do. We try to do once a month. We've been not as able to follow the regular schedule, so that's why I'm really happy that we're here because, as you know, Pubcast is my favorite day of the month. It's the time that we use to basically show that there's got to be more to life than politics. We're political junkies. We love it. We talk about it. We love the parry and thrust and all that kind of stuff. But there is much more to life. It cannot be your entire identity. You got to have stuff going on. And, you know, you do everything that you pick up in life, right? All the additional culture and all that kind of stuff all serves, you know, to forming your opinions. And, you know, sometimes you just got to have fun. You got to let go of that stuff. It's not time for it all the time. So, you know, it's an opportunity to show that we're well-rounded people, not just political animals. And sit back, have a couple of drinks, have some nosh, have some good conversation, chat about everything except
politics.
And
politics, and we don't discuss religion.
There you go. And if any of you in the audience watching would like to join us for the conversation, please let us know. We can send you a link. If you just want to appear by voice and not by face on camera, we can arrange that. but we would love to have you come in and join the conversation and chat with us as well at some point during the afternoon, whenever it strikes you. So it's very casual, drop in, drop out, and we have a good time, share a couple of laughs, share some stories, all that good stuff.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm taking this off my belt. It was heavy.
All right. So
Still fiddling with things.
Fiddling with things. Okay.
A couple minutes. Sorry, I got so much stuff happening right now, and I'm like, I got here later than I planned it. Why does the camera keep moving? Oh, stop that. I put it for tap lock there. It shouldn't move now.
Okay.
Yeah, it should be locked now. There we go. That, I don't know. I'm just having a rough time.
Yep. I don't think I'm being helpful.
It's fine. It's fine.
Oh man. All right.
Try something here.
So you know what? Let's do this thing here and let's see who we have. If it will show me the chat. Let's try that again. Let's see who we have this afternoon.
Hang on, I'll fix it. I don't know what went. I just plugged another camera in, and it for some reason it switched yours.
My
I don't know what just happened there. I plugged another camera in, and it went haywire. Hang on. I'm going to just add the extra camera here. And
what you mean? I've been white all this whole time?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Okay, so what? I don't know why I did that.
All the cameras are showing me. That's really weird.
Yeah. So
Ooh.
well, I'll fix that.
Okay.
I was just trying something with this other camera. It didn't work. So yeah, put that aside for now. I don't know why. Why is there? That was weird. There shouldn't be 3. It should only be 2. Now I've got to rebalance everything. So much for trying something. Huh? Let me just remove this. That. There we go. Okay.
Once again, DamFam, we do all our own stunts. Wow, now there's 4 of you.
Well, no, they don't see that.
Okay.
They don't see that.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't see that. So there we go. It's over here, here, and we'll zoom in a bit.
So now everybody knows I'm wearing pictures.
Oh, I didn't notice.
It's fashionable.
I'm wearing British racing blue.
That's a really
I wore this. This is I thought it was a linen, but I think it's a cotton linen. I got this in New Delhi. It's supposed to be great for hot weather, but I've sweat right through it.
yeah, people don't see because of the neck. There's a beautiful embroidery
around
the neckline.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, I got that. I got that in New Delhi.
Nice.
When I was visiting my friend in India.
Where I was like, I went full bro.
You said, yeah, it's definitely bro.
Well, I am feeling rather jockish.
Well, yeah, you just did the whole thing.
Well, not only that, but I did the tennis thing and played tennis the day after I got back home against a gentleman who's like the he's just a really gem of a guy. And we're pretty even strength. Like the games are usually battles, and this year he wasn't available at the beginning of the year, so missed him, and he finally got there a little later on. But I don't know what happened over the course of the winter because he all of a sudden was so much better than me. He beat me 4 times in a row.
He wasn't that adept before?
Well, we were at similar levels. We had games that go like 9-7, right? that were battles.
Right.
Kind of like he was disposing of me very easily. Just getting a lead at 3-2, and then all of a sudden he would do something. And it's not that I was playing any worse or playing good games, but it's just a couple of levels. And it's like just watching things go by. Well, I played the best tennis match of my entire life.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. And I've been having a really rough season.
Well, I'm having a rough season, but I'm not playing tennis.
Yeah. So I've because I'm trying to add new things, your game usually goes to pot for a while before it starts to work. So this was the first time what I wanted to do before I started the match, I actually did in the match. I did it all throughout the match, every single game. I didn't let up on the game. I didn't do it. So I followed the plan all the way through. Didn't get distracted. Didn't have a mental dip. When my opponent near the end made a push, and it's sort of like, oh my god, maybe I'm losing grip. I didn't lose my cool. I kept it together.
How's that? Are mics better now? I just made the adjustment. It should be better.
Okay, perfect. Thanks, Ty. Thanks, thanks for letting us know. So I did all of that. Oh, hard to understand what the background is?
Oh yeah, it was getting the mic. The music was getting picked up.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
They're still saying mic check. Hang on. All right. 1, 2.
Oh no.
Everything reset itself. Okay, there we go. That should be good. It was using the microphones in those cameras. There.
Uh-huh.
Can you hear us now? You should be able to hear us now. Can you hear us now? Hello.
Can you hear us now? There's about a 30-second delay between us.
Yeah, there's a bit of a delay, so I don't know. It's everything reset to the camera mics for some bizarre reason. So let's see if I'm.
There it is.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it working now. Okay. So did you guys hear? And is it clear for me as well?
Should be clear for you.
Audio is good.
Yeah.
For both of us.
Yeah. Somehow when I plugged in the other camera, it reset everything, which it's not supposed to do, but that's Restream. It reset everything, and as a result, it defaulted to the camera mics instead of the audio device we have here. So that's why everything went haywire. So love technology when you try something live and it doesn't just fail, it fails miserably. So that happens.
Thank you, Kit Linda, for the yes for both. Okay, excellent. Did you guys hear anything about what I was saying?
Just do it again, man. Just do it again.
Clear, but
quiet.
Quiet.
I'll turn up at the gain on his a bit. Okay. How's that?
1, 2, 1, 2.
Yeah, that should be better. I turned it up a bit for you. Oh, salami with lemon and butter.
Still, yeah. Okay. Is that better?
Yeah, that should be better now. It should be better.
Okay. Well, I'll try it anyway. So I was telling Mr. Grizzly that...
yeah, it should be good now.
Yeah. So I was commenting on Mr. Grizzly's shirt and commenting on mine, saying that I went full bro because I'm feeling a little jockish. Because, as I told you on the show yesterday, I played a tennis match yesterday. And, it was probably the best tennis match of my entire life against a guy, gem of a guy, of course, who we were very, very evenly matched, the last 2 years. So it's always fun to play him because, we were, getting into battles and, matches were lasting a long time. You usually have an hour to play a match. And we usually have to go on to another court that was empty to finish the matches because, they were good fights. But this year, he started blowing past me every time that we played. And I'm thinking, like, what did you do over the winter? Because all of a sudden you're so much better than I am. So I got on the court inspired from all the tennis that I had watched with a game plan in my head. And the thing that was really interesting about that match for me is that from beginning to end of the match, without any dips, any fail, any interruption at all, I played the strategy that I had. And what I was imagining in my head was actually coming off my racket. So if I wanted to change the direction of the ball, it was. If I wanted to go down the line, it was. Right? If I wanted to send the ball away from him, it was going away from him. If I wanted to send it hard and fast to him directly, it's just my intention was clear. I felt like I had a lot of time to figure out what my shot was going to be, and what I was intending was actually happening. And for some reason, it was just one of those days where I couldn't miss, for all intents and purposes. And I was a bit of a human backboard, which it's not a feeling I'm used to, actually. So my friend who I was playing against actually said at some point during the match when I was leading, says, "My God, you're out muscling me."
There's something you don't hear every day.
Look at the minigun. That's I don't outmuscle anyone. But I was managing to get more power and more force on the ball, and serving harder, and trying to work on being more aggressive, because a guy who tends to hug the baseline and wait for the ball to come to me and then sort of wait for an opening. So I'm trying to learn to come forward more, to try to make stuff happen when there's a ball that's shorter, and try to take some time away from the other person. But it's not a natural instinct for me, and I'm not... It's going to be really funny to say this, but the aggression I have in curling when it comes to sweeping, making sure that rock gets to where it needs to go, especially when it doesn't have enough weight on it at first and you're compensating. I don't have it in tennis. So when I see a short ball, to just go and just come at it, right? So that's what I was trying to do, a little bit more of that, and I've been trying to do that all season. But that day it worked. Like, it just worked.
Well, that's good.
There's like one time he hit a ball close to the net, so it was really short on my end, right in the corner, and I just came on the side and I just like whack,
cranked it.
Like, I just cranked it, and it went like just slight up and then zip down and bounced on his side of the court, and he's like there with his racket, like just like trying to put it like right there, and the ball just passes, maybe about half a second before he gets there. I'm like, damn, that felt good. I wish I knew how I did that, because I'd love to do that again. But it came off my racket. Yeah. So, and I had about 3 or 4 shots like that during the match that were just screamers, and I typically don't hit screamers, that just like came off my racket and zipped down and landed and scored for me. I was like, damn, that's pretty cool. So they say if you can do it once, you can do it again. So now that will be the goal. But I don't know what, I'm feeling buzzed. Like, I can't wait to get back on the court again and see if I can do it again. It's sort of like I felt like I came back home and said, okay, this is a new me now. This is from now on, this is how I'm playing tennis. Like, with that energy, I was, like I said, I just did, for some reason, my focus was really good. And the part that was a kicker on this, because for those of you who watch the show, I say this a lot, right? I look tropical. Like I'm, for those of you who were wondering yesterday from home, right? That was the camera when you said red beaver. No, I'm very golden caramel, right?
Yeah.
Right.
It's a bit of your natural skin tone coming out from the sunshine.
Yeah. So the day I played, the temperature was 28, but the humidex feels like 35.
I think it's like that right about now, actually.
Yeah. Right. And when we're playing
no,
like
36.
Yeah. And we're playing like like around 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So actually like high noon for the sun. Mm-hmm. I'm not the humidity guy. Like, not at all.
Alex is, though. He likes the humidity.
Oh yeah, he loves that. I was thriving.
Yeah, this doesn't bother me at all. I mean, it's extremely hot, and it can make it somewhat unpleasant at times. But I mean, honestly, it feels like I'm in the tropics, and I like that.
Yeah. But it's like the running and the sweating and the exhaustion and the heat and the heaviness that comes with you. And I was thriving.
Wow. First time for everything, I guess.
Yeah. It's like the other, like around the end, like this, when he was, I broke his serve to win. Like this, I was standing there and at the line waiting like this. My knees were feeling like, oh boy, I better win this one because I don't think I have much more left in the tank. It was hot. We were making each other run.
Oh, yeah.
So but I couldn't tell from his demeanor. But I saw a dip in his play that there were balls he was getting earlier very easily that were just going into the net. There was like just this lack of lift. So I was figuring he was getting tired too. And the very, very last point that he hit a ball and it sort of like skipped and bounced up like really fast.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I didn't see where it landed, but it was like really close to the back line. It could have been in by an inch or on the other side by an inch. And I'm like sitting there going like, I don't know. Right, and it's match point.
Right.
And he looks at me and he says, well, I didn't see it either, but it didn't feel good off my racket. So I'm just going to assume that it was help because I have nothing left either. I've got nothing. I never said I had nothing left. I was like tired out. He says, I've got nothing left. It's like you drained me out. So match point. Boom. But that's the trick with him. I learned it's like I have to make him like rather than he hitting a ball at me trying to crank one out like this. I've got to have the rally go like 5 or 6 shots and make him run left right like this, tire him out. So by the time we get to later on in the match like this, then all of a sudden he starts making more mistakes because if I don't do that at first, because then he still has energy when we're 6 or 7 games in it, he just like runs away with it because his placement is good and then he gets warmed up. Because he does have that screamer shot cross court that just kills me. So,
sorry, I keep hitting the wrong button here in the computer.
So I'm feeling jockish.
I don't.
It's an odd feeling for me, but I kind of like it.
I don't know what it's to not feel like it or feel like it. Does that make any sense? I mean, I played hockey my whole life, a competitive dragon boat, and I used to run track in school. I hated cross-country running, hated it. But give me 100 meters or long jump. I was good at long jump. 100 meters, that was pretty good for, a skinny white kid. But I was never going to win any medals or anything like that. But I don't know. I don't know what it's like to not feel like that. Here we go. I'm just going to change we got a new background. Yeah, I'll switch the cameras off here for a second. I'll just load ourselves. Why I hate it. There we go. So yeah, that's our new Pubcast background, which I think is pretty cool there. Yeah, you can see it there clearly.
Oh yeah.
Just showing them on the phone. So yeah, that's the new Pubcast, the background. I thought it was should Uncover the News sent that over earlier, so I thought I'll put it in as our new background, and eventually I can add it into the intro.
Okay. Yes.
It's just I still. Oh, so you sent me that sound file for a new extra.
Yes.
I tried to put it together and I couldn't find the file I needed because I needed to cut and paste stuff and I needed certain things and I couldn't find them anywhere. And I'm like, okay, so after about 4 hours of looking, I just threw my hands up and walked away. That's why you haven't received it from me yet. So, because you've probably been wondering, but that's why, because I spent 4 hours looking for a file that I don't know what happened to it. And it's
so my actual recording?
No, your recording I have. I need other files.
Oh, gotcha.
Because I have to rebuild the whole thing.
Oh.
And then line stuff up. Like it's...
Right.
If anybody's ever done a video intro or edited video, you know how time consuming it can be. Yes. Even with the AI tools and with even on a Mac, it's still time consuming. Especially when you can't find the file. I spent all that time looking for a file, and after 4 hours, I'm like, this is stupid. I got angry and walked away. So, yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Okay. No worries.
That's why you haven't received it from me yet.
So, I hadn't even noticed that it was there at one point. I was just doing a show, and after the show, I was like checking out the chats because I go and read them afterwards. Because often there's a lot that happens in the chat that I don't see because I'm either like bringing an article or bringing up fact or loading up a clip, and that was mentioned. It's like you're still mentioning them, and
so it's edited out.
Like, oh, okay.
It's edited out, and then you gave me a new extra voiceover,
right?
And I just trying to create the new one. It was a nightmare, and I don't know if you saw my thing last night. I haven't been able to.
Yes, I saw that. Yeah,
I haven't been able to, but I'm feeling better today, obviously, and a little bit better last night. I'm feeling productive again. I've had to make some changes in my diet and changing some habits. I haven't been physically or emotionally healthy. So it's like, all right, I'm sick and tired of feeling sick and tired. So I made some changes. And as a result, I've been feeling better over the last few days. And I think I've got my mojo back. I've got some energy back. I think I'll be able to start producing content again. Some grizzly growls that I can hand off to you so you can throw them in the show in the morning and get to work on the music podcasts that I've been trying to commit to for the longest time and just haven't been able to. So yeah, I'm doing better. I'm doing much better. It just, I was in a rut, and on the hamster wheel, and it took its toll on me. But sometimes you just got to go through stuff. There's no shortcuts to getting healthy. Unfortunately, I wish there was, but there just isn't. Mm-hmm. And when it comes to mental health, this is something I'll have forever. Like there's no eradicating it. Although I am looking at a couple of different treatment options that might help. And two of them that I had considered, I'm not going to get into the nitty gritty of it, but two of them that I considered, I thought I would have to go off my medication, like wean myself off and then stay off for 3 months. But they're like, no, you can totally do these while you're on your SSRI. So I'm like, oh, well, that changes things then. So yeah, I might be looking at some alternative, I'm not going to say alternative medicine because these are clinical trials. Stuff that's supervision of a physician. So something I'm looking into, and I've been trying to get, my doctor called a week ago, and of course, I work on a secure floor, so I don't get my messages till the end of the day, or sometimes I'll check at lunchtime. But anyway, I've been trying to call back to get an appointment, and each time I call back, there's nobody there. So yeah, it's going to be a process. It's going to take time.
Yeah.
As simple as that,
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's part of this that is normal and natural considering you've had some major transitions, both good and bad. I'll have that ones that require major adjustments. There are things, again, how would I put it? But I had a good opportunity come my way.
Yes.
Right. And I'm looking at it and I'm exploring whether or not I want to pursue it. But if I do it, it would mean, if it's worth it to do and I do it, it would mean having to give up on the entirety of the upcoming curling season.
Right.
For example, right? So it's, if I took it and it was what I think it would be, was offered to me, of course, it would be absolutely great. And it would be something that's, I don't want to say once in a lifetime, but like very rare opportunity. And it's something that, you could take and that you could build upon for, other stuff. So it would be worth it, but it would be 6 months of rehearsal.
Yeah. That's a lot of work.
Right. 3 days a week, in a place where, I do not live.
Yeah, so it's an uphill struggle, right?
Right. So getting to it and finding a place to reside, 4 days a week there, 3 days a week here, and for 6 months, it's but then again, it's really, 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 really good role.
Well, take some time and think about it. I mean,
but in your. All I'm saying is, in this case, it's like whether it's a good thing or whether it's a bad thing, there's going to be a change and there's going to be an adjustment, and there's going to be things that you can't do anymore. So there's always a loss, right? That's the thing about FOMO, is that with fear of missing out, no matter what you're doing, you're missing out. There's
I
something
understand
going
that.
on somewhere else where you're not, right? So if you're focusing on what's going on elsewhere that you're not getting, right, you're not focusing on you. So when you're talking about there's a depressing thing,
Mhm.
and then there's just when life throws your curveball or life throws your transition, these things are hard, right?
Oh yes,
Like
yes.
when my mom passed away, I was depressed, but my psychologist had told, or psychiatrist at the time, because at that point I'd gone to see a psychiatrist, it's told me, it's like, yes, but it's situational depression. Right? There's nothing I can give you that's going to help you. It's not biochemical, right? So you've I don't think it's unnatural that someone would want to go into the den
Mhm.
for a while.
Mhm. Yeah,
The
well,
wound, take a time to adjust.
Well, and a large part of it is just not having the energy to deal with anything other than basic life and your job.
Mhm.
It's like I get up very early in the morning. I take my dog out, get ready for work. I go to work. I come home. I lie down for 30 minutes. I take my dog out. I make some dinner. I take my dog out.
Yeah.
And then I watch TV and go to bed. And my days are short, and I've been physically exhausted. I go to bed at 9 p.m. and I wake up at 5 a.m. and it takes me half an hour to get out of bed. I mean, a couple of days this week, I had to take an Uber to work because I was not going to make it if I took transit. And it's because I was working at a different location. So my commute changed.
Right.
But just not having any energy in the morning, like physically, I'm the alarm goes off and I'm like, really? I feel like I just got here. And, no alcohol. I restricted my diet, and I went to bed at 9 p.m. and fell asleep pretty quickly and still woke up exhausted. So I know that's brain chemistry. And, just have to start changing a bunch of things to try and improve upon it. So biologically speaking, it's a pain in the ass. Yeah, it's not fun. But, you roll with the punches and keep going. Oh, my goodness. So I posted a short 2.5 hours ago, and that's how many people have already looked at it.
Holy damn.
Yeah. Well, it's because of that's a hot button issue.
Oh, yes.
Right?
Damn.
Yeah, hot button issue. And that's going to be the new promo ad.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm using the same one for the new promo ad. I just started a new promo because we need to.
The subscribers are moving in a decline for some reason.
Yeah. That happens. It happens.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So, yeah.
That's YouTube. Although I do think we're over the worst of the throttling.
Yeah, I think so too. And I don't know what created it. Did we piss somebody off somewhere who launched a counter programming to try? I don't know. Look,
we don't know.
We don't know. And we do know this much, though. There are people out there who will go out of their way to try and ruin somebody else's life and livelihood because they're terrible human beings who have nothing positive going on in their lives. So they want to harm other people. Look, we don't like people like that. We're vocal about it. And I'm not getting political here, but we're vocal about it. We don't like people who try to harm others. And I guess that upset somebody somewhere, and they tried to harm us. But here's the thing. Just because we're not fighters doesn't mean we don't know how to take a punch. What's that line from the Rocky film? Life will beat you to your knees if you don't get up and stand up and walk forward. Keep moving forward.
Right.
It's how much you can take and keep moving forward.
Right.
I think you and I can both handle a hell of a lot more than anybody can throw at us.
Yeah.
They just don't know it.
We've had a lot of training.
Yes.
School of Life has thrown a lot our way. Let's say has thrown our way a lot of opportunities for personal growth.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Let's put it that way. If we're talking in positive terms.
And you're right. We do have the DamFam army too. So
yes.
oops. No, that's fine. That's what I wanted to do.
Okay, perfect. Great. Excellent. So yeah.
There we go.
Is it? I kind of have a hypothesis, but I don't know if it's true because I haven't experienced this type of thing. Do you think it's possible that part of the portion that is fatigue is your body directing reserves that you have to actually healing?
That might be part of it.
I mean, these are substantive changes.
Oh yeah. Well, that's certainly part of it. I don't doubt that for a second. But one of the other, ancillary benefits of depression. My microphone. It's pissing me off to the nth degree.
Well, on the upside, your microphone's more depressed than you are.
Yeah, clearly.
Sorry.
That doesn't happen to me personally. Come on, you got to have a sense of humor about these things, right?
Let it be known.
Well, even in my worst, most depressed days, wake up and go, oh yeah, okay. Okay. I had a conversation with a buddy not too long ago, and it struck me personally as an odd conversation, and not because of what he said, but it was the subject matter that I was like, what? I don't like. I literally do not understand what you're talking about, and it had to do with the red light therapy that some guys like to use for that.
Yeah.
And along with little blue pills. And I'm like, I'm not trying to get super personal here, but I'm like, I literally don't know what you're talking about. So, I don't have that lived experience.
Right. I had it once, like what I was telling you around that time after my mom passed away. We did try an antidepressant because he said, I don't think anything's going to help, but we can try, right? And I said, well, at this point, it's been 3.5 years now that I've been in this constant state of like melancholy. Just like at this point, I'll try anything, right?
Oh yeah.
Point, right?
No, understandable.
So
we can't go through life suffering.
Yeah. So I tried it for the 6 months. I think it was citrulline.
Sertraline, that's what I'm on.
Probably, I'm not sure, or maybe something else. But for 6 months, and for me, it's like it was the complete opposite. It's like not only nothing happening down there, no desire.
Oh wow,
none, not even a thought of it. Just gone, erased. And it's like I went back, and it's like, yeah, this is not going to work for me. This is not.
Apparently,
yeah, it's not. Well, I wasn't feeling any. I didn't feel any better in that sense, and then now I had this extra thing that one thing that did bring me joy was not there.
Well, that's just
it's like, yeah, this is not a net positive.
Clearly. Yeah.
And that's when we did again had the conversation and said, it's like this is just going to be one of these things that you get through, and we arrived at a conclusion that made me go back and think, when was the last time that you were like experiencing like really, really, you remember experiencing unbridled joy?
Right.
And I remember, that's like high school. Right. I got to play certain sports, and I was on, the debating team, and I was doing other things, and I was winning awards, and I was winning prizes in school. I was something I was good at. So I was always in my element, and, I had friends, and it wasn't like I wasn't Mr. Popularity, but I had a circle of friends, and in my circle of friends, I felt, that I was held in, in good regard.
Right.
And that my friends respected me, I respected them, and so I had overall, I got teased and razzed and like everyone, but nothing anything malicious. I never got, got beaten up or stuffed in the locker, and any razzing about me being gay because I wasn't aware of it and everybody else was until the light finally went on. But any razzing like that was never mean spirited. It was always like, good natured, and there are people that would like razz me a little bit one day,
Right.
and be inviting me to the party the next day. Right? It wasn't
Constant
It was the normal
negativity.
sort of breaking your balls thing that happened, but it wasn't mean, because you can tell when it's mean. There's an acidity to the comments when they happen. And I was doing theater, and I was a dance student, and things were going well and all that kind of stuff. And we were playing curling in high school, and I'm thinking, theater, curling, dancing, all that kind of stuff. That's when I was happiest. So he said, well, then go out and do those things. So I, oddly enough, how life weirdly has things happen.
Mhm.
A couple of weeks after that conversation, I got a call from the people that ran the Rainbow Curling team in Ottawa and said, you used to curl, right? I says, yeah. I said, yeah, our league is expanding to 36 teams and we're looking for a few skips. Would you like to come in?
Wow.
And it's sort of like, okay, like I was just talking about going back to things that brought me joy 3 weeks ago, and I get a call out of the blue, hey, do you want to skip curling team? That joke about like, the Lord sending you a canoe and then sending you a cruise ship and then sending you it's like, okay, I'll take the canoe. I'm not going to wait for the cruise ship. I'm fine. I'm going to get on that boat. And then I started auditioning, like all live theater and stuff. I hadn't done any in like about 7, 8, 9 years, and started auditioning for stuff, and even dared to audition for a musical, even though I didn't know if I could sing, because it would give me a chance to dance again. Right. And since I made those decisions about, oh my God, maybe 15 years ago now, 13 years ago now, 15.
A couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, 15. But it's just been slow, steady, progressive, just they require a lot of my time and they take time out of my life, but I get so much out of them. Right, when I do a show or when I'm, my Tuesday night curling team, it's like we have been playing together for 10 years, the same group of guys with just one change in the lineup. Right, it's and yeah, maybe I could get drafted to a team that plays at a higher level or that kind of stuff, but I just genuinely like them. So I go and I play curling, and I play on Tuesday, and we're playing competitively enough, even though we're not at the highest level. But the point is that whether we have a good game or whether we have a bad game, we always have a good time.
Right, and that's the most important factor.
And sometimes you're playing on a higher level team and you don't have a good game, and again, there's some going on. So I'm at the point in my life that while I would like to play on a great team that wins a lot and maybe wins trophies, I also would like that team to be a team where if we don't happen to be winning the trophies, we're still having fun. And if I have to choose between winning trophies and actually just enjoying being there and enjoying my team, I'd rather be there enjoying my team, because, I'm showing up 26 times a year for 2 hours playing with them and an hour of drinks before. And, it's, 3 to 4 hours a week when you put it all together, 26 times a year. And, it's like, I want that to be a good time. Right?
Quality, I get it.
Right. So, there are trade-offs I'm willing to make now that I wasn't necessarily willing to make younger, that allow me to still do the things that bring me joy, but not necessarily have stress come with them that can turn them negative.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
The needing to win. Right. Like this. Yeah. Or on, when you're on stage during the show, right? It's like 9 times out of 10, during a show, because there's going to be something you didn't do right.
Yeah, that happens.
Right, a line that you missed, or a line that you
can't beat
inverted
yourself
something,
up
or a
about
step that you missed, or whatnot, like this. And that's the whole thing, right? You can't go when you're dancing. You can't go, oops, right?
No, you gotta
it's
keep
like
going.
you got to keep going. Like you meant to do all of that.
Just
Somebody
keep
drops
swinging.
a line, you got to pick, yeah, right. So, but every now and then you get that show, and it's like I hit every mark. Every response was exactly what it was, word for word in the text, punctuation right. I got landed every step, hit every note. And it's like, damn, I'm good. You just get that, like, because it's so rare when it happens, and that's always the goal, right?
Yeah.
So it's to deliver that perfect performance like this, and with the extra, and on top of that, with the extra sparkle, or the extra whatever it is, right? That
pizzazz.
Yes, right. Whether it's whether you're the bad guy or the good guy, whether it's a dramatic role, whether it's comedy, that extra energy zip stuff that brings the audience and brings them with you. So like when you're doing your role perfectly, and you've got the audience, and you're riding that wave, and like this,
Right.
you've got that cycle of energy going, right? It's like that experience of a perfect performance is so rare, and there's so many people that I see like after a show how to go, I screwed that up, and I screwed this up, and I screwed that up. And it's like yes, of course, but it's like unless you screwed them up in a way that anybody could actually notice, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Right?
Nobody's going to care.
Right.
Nobody's going to care.
And nobody is in that audience. Nobody bought a ticket to come and see you fail. Oh God, I hope they screw up. Right. It's not like NASCAR where you watch for the crashes, right?
That's the purpose, right? Is to watch somebody have a near-death experience. I think. I've tried to watch NASCAR, and it just doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
I get it. Well, there are some people though who will pay for the ticket to see you fail.
Yeah, I mean, if they don't,
they
like
do
you.
exist. Those people do exist, and the way I see it is like, well, thanks for the money.
Right.
It's when people hate on us for this, what we do here on a Monday to Friday basis. I'm like, yeah, thanks for the money. What? Well, each click gives us money.
Mm-hmm.
You should subscribe and tell all your friends so you can hate us.
Tell everybody how terrible we are.
Please share it with everyone, because the more people that hate watch us, the more money we can earn from you. So thank you for hate watching us. And I'm not being sarcastic when I say that. I'm dead serious.
Yeah.
Thank you for hate watching us, because we still earn money.
I never realized we were mercantilists.
Look, we can't retire. I can't quit my day job. Okay. But we've never made a secret of the fact that we've tried to earn a living at this.
Oh God.
From day one. And it's like, no, that's why we have a coffee page. That's why people donate. We're trying to, I've got, almost 30 grand worth of equipment I've invested over the last few years.
Mm-hmm.
And I have another camera over there too. And then I get this camera, it's just buying more equipment to create content. So yeah, it all adds up.
Yep.
Anyway, I'm going to run away for a minute. Okay. I will be back. If I kill my camera, it might kill your mic. So I'll leave my camera on. I'll just mute my mic. I got to run and see a man about a horse, and I'll send somebody over so we can order some food.
Yes, please.
So I'll be back in a minute.
I'm slightly ravenous. All right. So there we go. We have Mr. Grizzly heading off. And I think I had started that a little earlier, but we just got going into a little topic. So let's see who we have with us. We have in the chat, we have Kit Elaine. We have Kit Jason. Hello. Nice to see you. Kit Linda M. Thank you so much for being with us. We have Kit Kat with us. We have Kit Sylvie. Bonjour. Comment ça va? Who else do we have? Looking in here. Kit Mo and Miss. Hello, family. How are you? How's everybody doing at home? Oh, God, so glad you're here. Nice to see you. Please give my love to all the kids and the animals too, because pets are family. Let's see. Who else do we have here? Oh, there we go. Is that everybody today? I think so. In the chat. There you go. Well, hello. Thank you so much. And let's see. I'm currently drinking the last pina colada. Miss Shadika goes, antidepressants saved my sanity. Sometimes it takes time to fight the right one. Yeah, indeed. I take Cipralex. I find out all the ones I tried. Of all the ones I tried, it makes me feel the most normal. There we go. Yeah, I can understand that. Yeah, and that's that's one of the parts that's frustrating, isn't it? When you're trying to address and manage your mental health, is finding the combination or the treatment that works best for you. It can be again frustrating when all you want is to be able to get off that ride and get back to your regularly scheduled life. Thank you. And you're making the efforts, and they're not working, or you're not getting the desired results at the time. So I'm touch wood that I don't have to manage such issues, because that's a, what do you put it, physical ailment. And if you're like, when I broke my foot, you're going to be out of commission for X number of weeks. You do these things, and 95% of the chances, that you'll be fine and you'll recover. It'll be long. It'll take some time, but it'll come back, and this is proven, and it works at a very high percentage of the time. It sucks, but there's a plan, there's a roadmap, and you have a prospective end date in mind, and you can work around that. You can make mental and emotional adjustments you need. But when you have something and when you don't know what it is, like again, I'm thinking about when my food allergy was developing, and we knew I was allergic. Well, I was getting sick, and I didn't know why until I got sick bad enough that we had to call the paramedics, which then led them to informing me that I had an allergy. And then it was, the whole process of finding out to what. And probably from the time I first started having reactions until the time we found out to what, that was about 5 years of your life being disrupted, because seemingly everything you put in your body is poisoning you, right, and making you sick. And you're just constantly losing things and giving up more things and giving up more things, and life gets pretty bad, and not very fun at that time. So again, that is a situation, again, that could lead to a depression that is situational, but the one that could actually last a very long time, because when you don't know what's wrong and you're trying to find out what it is, but you're still being impacted by what's going on, that's the unknown. Like I said, the not having a prospective end date by which the difficult part is going to be done, right? And that you can count on things progressively being better. That can weigh on you. So the hunt for trying to find the right medication that works for you can be
It can be
more than frustrating, but it could also add to the situation.
Yeah, it can be a nightmare. I went on a medication about 26 years ago, and I was only on it for a few months. It made me insane. I don't even think it's on the market anymore.
Oh my!
They said it's non-habit forming. It's non-this. No, it was. It was. Anyway, I went off that and then didn't go on medication again until February of 2020.
Yeah, that was particularly good timing.
Yeah, to say the least. On February 28th, I think, I started the medication. 2 weeks later, the world melted down. So it's like, we talk about an opportune time for me to start meds.
Do you ever wonder what it would have been like had?
I probably wouldn't be here.
Do you think so?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was in a really, 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 really dark place at the time. I was. There's a picture of a friend of mine. I went to a function on a Friday night, and there was a charity fundraiser thing, and I used to go every year, and then of course it shut down because of the pandemic. I don't know if they've restarted it or not. Anyway, group picture, and I look about 15 years older than I do right now, and that was 6 years ago. So yeah, I was in a really dark place, and then I just happened to speak to a friend of mine, and she was on the medication that I'm on right now, and she said, look, she's also a physician. So a very dear friend who is a doctor was on the same medication that I'm on now, said, why don't you just try it? And she says, and look at it this way. If it doesn't work out, you can just get off of it. Everything goes back to normal. I'm like, oh, okay. I needed to hear that from somebody I knew and trusted.
Right.
So that's what I did. Well, it's not that I don't know and trust my doctor, but it was different coming from a friend who was also a doctor.
Right.
So it hit home for me. So yeah, I was in a really bad place at the time. Probably the lowest point of my entire life.
Oh, my.
Yeah. Oh no, it was not good. But I noticed a change within about 2 weeks. It was, the first few weeks of the medication, your body has to get used to it. So you can just ready to doze off at any moment. It's like you took a handful of Benadryl or something.
Okay.
But the first couple of weeks I noticed, I wake up in the morning, getting ready for work, and I'm like, I'm not hating this right now. I'm not angry. I'm not dreading going to work. And it wasn't that I dreaded going to work. It was that I didn't have the energy to deal with anything, the emotional energy. And that was the dread part. But yeah, once the medication started to work, I got much better. Yeah. So is it a cure-all? No, because I'm still on the medication 6 years. I'm on the lowest dosage there is. That may have to change, but I'm going to, like I said, I want to look at some alternative treatments because I just, sick and tired of being sick and tired. That's what it boils down to. So yeah, not exactly what you'd call jovial pub conversation today.
No, but it's pub chat.
It's pub chat, and we chat about things like this in real life.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that Shadika, you're doing much better. I'm glad to see that you're doing much better.
Oh my.
Yeah. Hey, we all a friend of mine did that recently too. She went through something and checked herself into the hospital because she was like, no, I'm not doing well. And she was fortunate enough that she got into a facility right away, and she's in Alberta, which is not easy because we know that the situation there for healthcare is not great. But they got her into, this was a few months ago she did this, they got her into a facility and got her some help right away. I don't know how she's doing now. I think she's doing much better, actually. But we haven't spoken in some time. But yeah. And another friend of mine that I saw when I was in Calgary, she's also been having a rough go of things. It's funny how we're all, as we're starting to get older, when life is supposed to get simpler and easier, it's not doing that.
No.
It must be a Gen X thing, right? The silent generation and the boomers just took all the good stuff. Well, the silent generation, maybe not, but the boomers definitely got all the good stuff and we got all the crap. And it seems that the crap just continues.
Yeah. Goodness, I knew that you were having some struggles, but I did not know that it had gotten to that point. So I'm glad that you took some time for some self-care there. I'm sending you love. I'm sending you all my love.
Yeah, I know that feeling when the anxiety takes hold. It's like it can be and trying to explain it to somebody. Oh, you're just being lazy. It's like, no, I physically cannot do that thing that you need me to do right now. I can't leave my house. And trying to explain it to somebody who has no learned or lived experience or has ever dealt with somebody who's going through an anxiety crisis, they can be really, what's the word I'm looking for? well, not compassionate for sure. Harsh, kind of dump on you like,
Cutting.
oh, come on.
Cutting.
Unkind. And it's because they don't understand. So I don't get mad at folks when that happens, because it has happened to me a number of times. I don't get mad at those folks. I just simply say to them, well, let me boil it down for you. The way it's working for me, the way my brain is working for me right now is not good. So let me put it into a context you can understand.
Okay.
I'm going to go out to the shed and get a baseball bat, and I'm going to come back and smash both your legs and your kneecaps and then hit you over the head. Then I'm going to tell you to walk it off, because that's effectively what you just said to me. And they're like, what? I go, it's the same thing. You just can't see it. If I break both your legs, we can see it, right? But you can't see what my head is doing to me.
Right.
What do they call that? Invisible.
Yes. Oh.
I don't want to use the word disability. There's another term.
Yes.
It's an invisible. Anyway.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
More and more companies are paying attention to this. Governmental organizations are paying attention to this because they realize it's real. It is all in my head. It really is all in my head, but I can't just decide to change it. It doesn't work that way when your brain chemistry doesn't work correctly. So, it's been a challenge sometimes to explain to somebody why you can't physically do something. They're like, what are you talking about? You're in good physical shape. I'm like, you don't understand. My brain is not allowing me to leave my house right now because I'm convinced that everything I do is terrible and wrong, and I'm going to hurt somebody, and I'm going to make a mess of things. Anxiety is just a bad thing. It's worse than depression as far as I'm concerned. And I have both, but it's worse than depression. Depression just, you might have bouts where you hate yourself and have thoughts of self-harm, but more often than not, you're just physically exhausted all of the time. Whereas with anxiety, your heart's racing and your brain is racing and you're just trying to look normal. When I was flying out to Calgary recently, I don't know if I talked about this. I got on my flight. No, I talked to my buddy about it. I got on my flight, Porter flight here in Ottawa. And, as the flight attendants go up and down and they start to do their safety thing, because I had a bulkhead seat, so they have to check with us. Are you prepared to? I'm like, yeah, no problem. So when they started to do the oxygen mask and the standard here, the exits, I looked at this woman and I was like, oh my God, she's having a full-blown anxiety attack. It takes one to know one, basically. And I was looking at her and I'm like, oh, I want to say something. I want to help her, but I shouldn't publicly acknowledge that. She's in the workplace. She's working. She's doing her job and she's still able to do it. But goddamn, I could tell she was really struggling. And I just wanted to reach out and say, hey, it's okay. You'll be fine. This obviously she's dealt with this before because she powered through, but right. I could see she was having a full-blown anxiety attack. And if you've had them and you've dealt with them before, like I have for the last 47 years, you learn how to mask it. Some people are better at it than others, but I've seen it in other people. I know when that's happening. And every now and then when I'm in a position to reach out and it's I know the person will be receptive to it, I'll do it. That day I wanted to, but I knew it was not a good idea. Because if you reach out to somebody who's having an anxiety attack and they're in their place of employment where they have to deal with the public, that would be really bad. And she would probably get very upset with me, and understandably so, right? So I didn't reach out, but I really wanted to. Yeah. But sometimes time and place, and it was not the time and it was not the place. Right. Simple as that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Indeed. Yeah. Wow.
Heavy shit, right?
Yeah. Jeez. Odd segue, but since you were talking about Calgary, how was your vacation?
It was good. It was great. I went to spend a couple of days at Stampede. Went to see Big Wreck again. Haven't seen them in a while.
Okay.
Saw a couple of other artists too. I got to see Terry Clark play at I forget the name, the Big Four, the big stage. I don't know. It's another stage. They've got multiple stages at Stampede. It's basically for those of you who are from the Ottawa area or the Toronto area, it's the CNE or the Super X. Okay. It's what Stampede is. Of course, there is, the rope and calfing and stuff but that's just a side portion of it, really. People who go to Stampede go for the Nashville North tent, which is the biggest damn tent I've ever seen. They have a VIP area in the back that has like 3 levels to it inside of a tent. They got the massive PA system. They have all these upcoming Canadian country artists. Then they have the Coca-Cola stage, which is, I saw Metric there last time, a couple of years back. They have, and that's all free. And Terry Clark Show was free. You just pay your entry fee, and there's multiple shows you get to go to for free. Big Wreck was not a Stampede show. It was happening during Stampede off-site. So that was a separate ticket. Okay. And in the past, they've had shows at the Saddle Dome, which I still chuckle at the name of it because it's the opposite of a dome. It's concave, not convex. It's a saddle, but it's not a dome. Saddle roof, but I guess that doesn't sound as good. Anyway, at the Saddle, as I call it. But they didn't have any this year. The new rink is coming along quite well, though, and it's right next door. So, once it's open, they're going to tear the Saddle down.
Oh, okay.
Which I think is kind of like, couldn't you repurpose it?
Yeah.
It's like put a couple of decks in.
It's really unique.
It's a unique building. It's iconic in Calgary.
Right.
You could, maintain the skyline, but also you could maybe build a couple of levels and have meeting space and convention space. Right. It's right next to a brand new BMO convention center.
Right.
So I guess maybe they don't need more, but I see tearing it down, really? And what are they going to tear it down and put up? Oh, probably a parking lot. Right? Yeah. Not even joking. That's probably what's going to happen. So, the new rink's coming along, and it's going to be quite nice when it's done. But it's a shame they'll tear down the old Saddle. But, of course, the Saddle Dome, the Stampede Corral, which is where the Flames played before the Saddle, which was right next door. So they tore that rink down, built a new rink. They're building a new rink now, and they're going to tear the other one down. I'm like, where the Corral was is now the BMO place. It's really cool. It's got a giant art. Anyway, it's a cool spot. But I love going to Calgary. I love Alberta. I love going to the Rockies. We did some hiking, and as we set out on a hike, I had a full-blown anxiety attack. Honest to God, we're walking up and I see a sign, bears in area. I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah, whatever. Start walking along, and then of course the mind starts racing. And it was about, I think, 4K, 2K in, 2K out, something like that. And as we got towards the end, we're at the turnaround point, I'm like, I was just having an anxiety attack. My buddy goes, are you okay? I go, what are you going to do? He's like, what brought it on? I go, no idea. I had slept 12 hours the night before, which is not normal for me. And I was exhausted all day from sleeping too long. When you upset your rhythm and it just messes with you. I don't know. It was, so, 2K in, by the time we got to the end, I was fine. We walked out and went down. We were in Canmore, then we went and had a bite to eat at this nice pub. So, it was a good day. Beautiful weather. So my buddy says, bring a rain suit. It's been raining here nonstop. I'm like, okay. So I packed my rain suit. It was sunny and hot the whole time I was there. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. It's like, I'm like, I brought the nice weather for you, buddy. He's like, thanks. Appreciate it. So, we had a good time and met some cool people and saw some cool sights and we watched a lot of World Cup soccer, football, association football as it is. It was a good trip. And I still have 2 more weeks vacation. I don't know where I'm going to go.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about...
You mentioned something on your thing yesterday that there was something you were planning, but you didn't get the okay yet.
I want to go see a friend who's going through some stuff right now, but I don't know if it would be ideal. I'm going to reach out to her in the next few days and say, listen, here's what I was thinking. Tell me how you feel about it.
Right.
We'll see. Yeah. If not, no biggie. Maybe I'll go down east for a couple of days. I don't know. I have this time. I'm going to use it. I think I can roll over 1 week a year.
Okay.
So maybe I'll just leave a week for next. I don't know. We talked about going to see March in Paris in March?
Yes. Yeah. February, March. Yeah, Rush.
Yeah, I can't remember. That's still up in the air. That's still on the whiteboard, if you ask me. So who knows what happens between now and then? But Yeah, I'm definitely down for it. You know. Oh no, I'm down for it for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I'm down for it. I'm down for it.
Oh man. So, but what do you put it? Rejuvenating or just a change of air? Your vacation.
Change of air.
Okay.
You would think, with I get 10 days. What do I have? 10 days off. I think 10 or 12. I think it was 12 days I had off. You would think, I'm going to get lots of rest. No. I wasn't out crazy late or anything like that. We went out for some drinks and did dine at the Calgary Tower.
Okay.
On the, they have a dining area on the, it's one of those.
The rotating restaurants?
Yes, thank you. I wanted to say round table. Turntable, a rotating restaurant. Yeah. So we had dinner there. That was nice. Got some nice photos and shot some. I shot a ton of video with my new camera, and then I uploaded it to my computer, but I haven't edited any of it yet because I've not had the energy to do it. And there's days where it's like, it's a beautiful day. I should go out and shoot some content. Can't get off the couch. Yeah, and that's been sort of my stopping block for a while now. I've had no energy. So it's like, okay, it's time to go back to the gym. Join the gym, get back there. And even a bad workout is better than no workout. So some days I'll only be able to do 20 minutes on the bike and get out. That's fine. It's better than nothing. And exercise will help. And I mean, I do walk like 10K a day, but I need some good cardio exercise too and some weight training as well. So I figured I'll just kickstart the gym again and see how that goes.
Yeah, speaking of that, it's funny that you say that because I think it was yesterday or the day before yesterday. I think I finally resigned myself to the reality that I'm going to have to go to the gym.
Oh. And why is that?
Well,
what brought that about?
On April 12th, I stand on a scale and it says 182 pounds, which was the most I've ever weighed in my entire life. Before that was 178. That was after I busted my leg when I was a dancer. And I was like flat on my back and still eating as much as I was eating when I was like dancing 40 hours a week. And I just went ballooned, right?
Because you would burn off all that in no time at all.
But my body was still demanding the calories because my body hadn't realized that I had busted my knee yet. And I went and I lost weight and I lost 13 pounds, got down to 169. And I do not know how, but 1 month later, I gained it all back with 3 extra pounds. Not doing anything different. It just came back just looking at food. I think I had one weekend where I was here, where I ate in restaurants 2 or 3 times because I was only here for 2-3 days and didn't go a bunch of groceries. And that weekend I came back like almost like 12 pounds more than I left or something. It's like, how does that happen?
I don't know.
And you have to understand that for me, this is really weird because when I found out I had the allergy and then I found out what my actual weight was when I stopped eating it after like 3 months, we found out that I was actually underweight.
Oh.
Like this, yeah. When I lost, I went from 178 to 128 in about 3 months after I cut wheat totally out of my, like this, like you could see my ribs, right? And it's like the doctor says that, like, I don't care. So you just need to go to Dairy Queen every day and have a banana split. Good calories, bad calories. You just need calories. Just get them in you.
Fair enough.
So like I'm that guy. Like this to now, like I look at a piece of bread and I put on 10 pounds. So I was like, how is this happening? So it's like the only conclusion that I can come to is that as a 53-year-old man, I have the metabolism button somewhere has been flipped, and it's either come to a screeching halt or it is either slow down completely. And the only way that anything I'm going to do now that is going to, because I can lose the weight, but I can't keep it off. So that means I probably do have to add weights so that my body is demanding stuff while I'm at rest
Fair enough.
to keep the body working, because I've been swinging like this for about 3 or 4 years now.
Okay.
Like this. And normally when I swing, it's like when I have a musical,
Right.
I have like my non-show weight, and then I have my show weight, because you're rehearsing, and then as you get closer, you're rehearsing every day, and you're
Right.
dancing, you're doing the numbers, and it's
You're
like,
burning. You're
right,
burning a lot of
exactly.
energy.
And we always take our measurements for the costumes at like early on,
Mhm.
like this, and then they always need to be taken in by
Yeah,
about an inch when it
That
comes
stands
for
to
me,
reason. Yeah.
right? Because I lose so much weight. So there's that, and I'm used to having my winter and my summer weight, because summer I play tennis, winter I play curling. Curling's not the most aerobic sport.
Mm.
Plus curling, every time we play curling in the evening, well, there is a beer, so I drink more from September to April than I do from April to September,
Mhm.
right? So you get those calories from alcohol and stuff like that I
Right.
don't typically consume. So, but those are the only changes to my diet that happen, like seasonal changes. It's like there's more beer in the winter than there is in the summer, and that's it. But and then activity wise, one's aerobic and one's less. So there should be no. And with that, there was a swing of about like 7 to 8 pounds.
Mhm.
But now I'm swinging 10 to 15.
That's a big difference.
Like in 3 months, like up and down.
Mm.
Because without major changes to my diet, like, it's not like me deciding, like this, I'm just abandoning all vegetables for the next 3 weeks and like, bunching on chocolate bars, right? So I'm.
Well, that'll kill you.
Yeah, exactly. But so I really don't know what's going on with this. But I got to Toronto this time, and I stood. I was staying at Alex's dad's, and I stood on the scale there, and it was like 185, which was more than the 182, which was the most I weighed out on April 12th. I was thinking, it's like, how is this happening? And I got back home, I guess, from the weekend in tennis, and like I said, like just going to tennis, walking on the grounds, going up and down the stairs, like this, I was 7 pounds less. When I got back home from tennis, and so
sitting in the sun.
Those are maybe I might sweated some things, some stuff out. But
well, I mean, you can lose a few pounds in sweat too in a day.
Yeah.
But my weight's always the same, give or take 5 pounds from one day to the next, and it does fluctuate that much, depending how much I ate. I'm probably 175, 180. It's 175 or 180. Every now and then it'll drop below 175 if I've not been sleeping and getting, working extra hours because it's not taking in enough calories, but whatever.
I weighed more than you.
Yeah.
And I'm shorter.
Yeah.
Like by about 6 inches.
I don't know. It's the way I've always been.
Yeah. I was taking some pictures the other day when I was playing tennis, and I was like, can't use that one. You see the big roll on the side, like this, kind of going for an action shot. See the big gut in front. It's like, dang, what happened there? So yeah, I think it's the point now that I do have to add the weights so that my muscles are burning fat at rest, because it's not just the aerobic activity. Right? The aerobic activity helps, but I need more. What, Jake, you're 6'8", you weigh 215?
Yeah, no, but read what I put on the screen.
Mr. Beaver has beaver paws. I do.
That's funny. Yeah, that's funny.
Hot flashes.
Bevo paws.
I do declare.
Is that like manopause or andropause or whatever they call it?
Beaver paws.
Maybe that's what's going on with me then.
Could be.
I mean, I am 58, so I don't know. It's like, here's the thing though. Aren't I supposed to want to buy a little sports car and date a 20-year-old or something like that? Or, I have no desire for either of those things. Why would I want to date somebody who's like 38 years younger than me?
You either do that or you pick up a new gay best friend.
I already have one though.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
It's like, you don't need that.
I guess.
You've got silliness in your life now.
Well, this is true. I have no desire. I don't even want to own a car anymore,
Yeah.
So a little red sports car? No.
Yeah.
Even if you gave me one, I'd be kind of like, the insurance and the parking and the gas. No, I don't want it. Thank you. I really am at that stage where what do I need it for? I was going to join the, commune auto. So I could just borrow a car for 4 hours if I need to do something. Last time I rented a car, I went skiing. And I came back from skiing and I'm like, well, I don't have to turn this in till tomorrow. I could go to the shopping center. Like, I have no need for a car. I really don't. So yeah, I can't see myself ever getting one again, to be honest with you. Like, well, what if you want to go out of town? Okay. Let me see. I could take the train to Montreal for a return trip for $150,
Mm-hmm.
or I could buy a car for $50,000 and pay insurance, parking, and maintenance. The math ain't mathin' on that one. Okay.
Yeah.
The amount of money I save on not having a car too, just gives me the ability to put money away, pay down debt, make some investments, and basically buy whatever I need. It's crazy the difference in my life it's made by not having that expense. And I mean, you have to look at it this way: a car on average is going to cost you, best case scenario, $1,000 a month.
Yeah,
$1,000 a month.
Yeah,
and like really, well, yeah, between insurance, fuel, parking,
depreciation,
and lease payment, or maybe you buy it outright, but still maintenance. And you're looking at over the course of a year, it's about averages out to $1,000 a month.
Yeah.
So I just no thanks. I can use that money elsewhere. Thank you very much.
Yeah. CJ, here I go. I don't fit in little sports cars. What? You're not foldable?
Yeah.
If we ever met, you would be the second tallest person I've ever met in real life.
Well,
I met one guy in the Netherlands once who was like 6'10".
Everybody in the Netherlands is over 6 feet.
But 6'10".
Yeah, 6'10". That's
he was sitting
tall.
on a stool. We were actually at a bar like this. He was sitting at a stool and we were like checking each other out like this. And he was really, really, really cute. Like this. And I kept on looking at him like this. He kept looking my way. And it's sort of like, and again, you need to understand, I have no game. None. But because the bars are so small and narrow in the Netherlands, right? There was like nowhere to actually like look elsewhere.
Right.
To sort of, so I just kind of had to make eye contact. So I'm looking, he's looking like this, and I go up to him and we start talking like this, and he's sitting on the stool. So he's a little taller like this. I'm looking up a little bit, and then we decide that we're going to go grab something to eat, and he gets up.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm sitting there going, what am I going to do with that?
Well, the Netherlands is the tallest nation on earth. And what's astonishing to me is that they don't produce more NBA players.
Really? Yeah.
I mean, it's the tallest nation on earth. The average male is 6'2", and the average female, I think, is 6 foot in the Netherlands. I might be a little off on those numbers, but it's on average, it's the tallest nation on earth. And somebody said, why is that? And I go, well, because of the water. Good part of the country's below sea level, so you want to keep your head above. So genetically, they adapted. Here's the thing, though. I'll bet you I'm not far off from that. I'll bet you that genetically speaking, because people have lived there for 1,000 years?
Right.
Their bodies just naturally adapted to the deep water. Who knows? Like, why are they so tall in the Netherlands? But they all are. They all are.
They really are. Oh my God. The first time I went to the Netherlands, I have to tell you.
And they're not rude. They're just Dutch.
Yes. Right?
Yeah, it's just very blunt.
I love that. I think that's the word you were looking for. Maybe blunt, abrupt, or brusque.
Mm-hmm. Blunt.
Earlier.
Yes.
Yeah. But that's the one thing. And I loved that about the Netherlands when I went. It's like, if they like you, you know it. If they don't like you, you know it. And it's not aggressive. You just know it.
Yeah. Very blunt, very, very. And I said, "Wow, rude." He's not rude. He's just Dutch.
Yes, exactly. And it's like, and I felt like I was at home. It's like, oh my God, finally I know it. It's like, because I'm like, just tell me.
Yeah, there's no mistaking. You're gonna know. You're gonna know. Yeah.
I do much better if you just tell me. So I got along really well there. But plus, everybody likes certain things.
Mhm.
And well, you see my beaver, sweetie.
Mhm. Mhm.
He's a little taller than I am.
Yeah, yeah,
I like tall.
Yeah.
I really, really like tall. So I was very, very, very happy when I was in the Netherlands. Oh my God. I'm amazed I didn't have to come back in a neck brace. Because just like looking, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And they're so beautiful.
Yeah,
They're tall and they're beautiful
yeah,
too.
Yeah,
And that accent. Ugh.
I've never dated a Dutch woman. I wouldn't mind.
I dated a Dutch man once.
No.
Ugh.
But one of the things that I appreciate about the Dutch and that because I don't, life is too short for stupidity and bullshit.
Right.
So I've been dating a woman and she just starts hinting at shit and I just go, I told you when we met, I don't play that game.
Right.
If you want something, tell me what it is.
Right.
I am not wasting my time or my brain space or getting anxious thinking about what it is you're trying to tell me. Just tell me.
Mm-hmm.
I will not be upset and I will not be offended. I get upset and offended when you try to make me guess.
Mm-hmm.
I am not doing that.
Right.
I've been like that for 30 plus years.
Right.
Some people don't like it. I'm like, too bad. I'm not changing that. I'm not, because I don't have the mental capacity to deal with that shit.
Yeah.
I got enough stuff going on in my head on a daily basis. I'm not taking on somebody else's crap.
We have similar hardwiring on that.
Say it.
Because I don't read minds. I
Yeah.
just don't.
Oh yeah, I've said that. Yeah, I don't read your mind. Well, you should know what I'm thinking. Oh, really? What am I thinking right now? Well, you're a man. What the fuck does that mean?
You're not thinking clearly.
Well,
you're not thinking, clearly, and you're not thinking clearly.
I remember years ago, my sister, she said she was at a conference and they were taking a break and she went outside and she saw one of her colleagues and he was just standing there. And he had this peaceful, serene look on his face. And she said, what were you thinking about? You weren't here. Were you meditating? Were you contemplating? Like she goes, no, I was just looking at the wall and I went blank. I just emptied my head. She's like, how do you do that? And he goes, how do you not?
Right.
And then that's kind of a guy thing.
Yes.
It is. We're able to just stare off into space at nothing and just empty the head. Now, unless you have anxiety, in which case sometimes it's difficult. But yeah, we're capable of that.
It's also a gay couple thing, though.
Oh, I'm sure it is. Yeah. I have no doubt.
Yes. In every gay couple, you've got like that one guy. You're walking in the airport. Okay, we parked the car in section C, row 2, level 6. Alex is going to have to go to the bathroom. It usually takes 10 minutes. I'm going to have to make sure that we top up with water. I'm going to have to get to the ticket counter about 5 seconds early because he's going to find something uncomfortable there. And then Alex is in the back. Oh, sorry. He's like thinking about opera, doing math in his head. Just like...
Yeah, exactly.
Going on vacation.
Have you seen this? Have you seen that? Not going to show it today, but I bookmarked it so I can send it to you later, and you can use it next week. I thought it was pretty good. It was pretty good. It's too political to discuss today. Okay, but I'll send it to you. Yeah, I thought you'd like it. It's a good one. It's a good one. Yeah, it's a good one. Yeah, here, I'll just send it to you right now.
Reminds me a little bit of Jeb.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God! And the Andrew Tate.
Yeah. Right. Like it's perfect. It's perfect.
Did you see the meme with it was a Blanche Devereaux from the Golden Girls wearing that same outfit. It was who wore it best.
Oh, I'll send it to the Eager Beaver. Oh, I think I did see that. Yeah. Yes, I did. Yeah, I did see that.
Literally the same pants.
Yeah.
Same color.
Yes.
Same shoes. It's like, oh my God.
And then there was one of the comments about that was, don't make this into a gay thing. And somebody like, who's making it into a gay thing? A woman was wearing the same thing in the 80s that he's wearing right now. It's not about gender. It's like we're just pointing out the obvious.
Captain Manosphere.
Yeah. Well, and
taking fashion tips from Blanche Devereaux.
Apparently, he's in his cell is next to that of a cannibal. I'm like, oh, I
really
feel terrible for the cannibal.
Yeah, not a lot of meat on that bones. Probably stringy. Oh my God! I know we're not supposed to go political.
That's why. No, I sent you the link. It's there. You've got it for next week.
The great Hannibal Lecter. It's right next to Andrew Tate. Even he wouldn't eat him.
We're playing the accordion at levels never seen before.
Oh my God.
Some days
we're terrible, but we're right.
Well, that's the funny thing. See, that's why it's funny. That's why it's funny, because we're correct. You know?
By the way, that's also a plug for our podcast friends Pitney and Amelia's Bitchin' Boutique.
Oh yeah.
If you've never had an opportunity to go check them out, that's their tagline. We're awful, but we're right.
Well, that's kind of fun. Well, we got to get Valeria.
Yes.
We got to get her on the show.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. She's cool.
You should get Bonnie back in for an interview if you can.
As well.
Yeah, because she's, starting
Well, she's running with the new Tory party.
Yes, it's the Progressive Conservative Party of Alberta.
Yeah.
Which, I got no issues with that.
No, not at all. No, yeah, I do need to reach out. I actually had made a note of that.
Well, and
about a week ago.
We love Bonnie because she's a progressive candidate. Mm-hmm. And she's like, I'm a conservative, but I'm a progressive, and I believe it. And she believes in like the same things you and I do. So,
yeah.
No,
we should reach out, and I've got a couple of plugs for a couple of other decent ones that I need to get on.
never heard back from our friend that we're
never.
Oh well,
never.
We can try again, but life happens. Stuff gets in the way.
I know, but it's like twice.
Yeah, and it was a big get, but it didn't happen.
A very big
hasn't
get.
happened yet.
Yeah.
I told a couple of my buddies in my Scotch and Cigar Club, and they're like, "Oh yeah." I go, "Yeah, I'll let you know when it happens."
Yeah.
They're like, "Really?" And I'll let you know when it happens. We've been in contact, we've spoken, but it just hasn't happened. So,
first time was something life threw a curveball at that end, and then life threw a curveball at our end. Cartels.
Yeah. That was the funny part, and it was the person who reached out that time too, not their
right.
Yeah,
with the person. Yeah, so we had actually been in communication with the
directly,
person itself, not just their publicist.
Right.
So it really looked like it was going to happen, but
he got stuck in Mexico when the cartels went on a rampage, and kind of put the kibosh on that, unfortunately. So,
I'm having great luck with vacations this year.
Yeah, I'm not going on vacation with you, man. You
Okay, fine. We go see Rush together, but we take separate planes.
No, that's not a vacation. That's a Rush concert.
Okay.
That's different.
Fine. Yeah. Because it got me coming and going on Puerto Vallarta, but even this tennis trip got me coming and going.
Yeah, it's you get all that bad juju out, man, before we get on a plane.
It's going there. Right, I had my bus ticket.
Yeah.
And
were you in Montreal or Toronto?
I went to Toronto. Normally I go to Montreal.
Yeah.
But at this time, I was had the opportunity to stay at Alex's dad's place.
Oh, okay.
Which meant I wouldn't have to pay for lodging if I went to Montreal. So I did the Toronto one. Plus, I tend to prefer watching the women play, men. So when the women were playing in Toronto, so it kind of worked out.
Me too.
Yes. And you think I would prefer watching the men play.
Yeah.
Especially since the shorts have started getting shorter again. And I'm a leg man.
Like the 80s, right?
Yes. Thank God.
Bjorn Borg in the 70s and 80s, early 80s. When did he quit playing? He was at the peak of his career. He'd won 5 Wimbledons in a row.
Yeah.
And I think he disappeared right after that. He
I
just,
think soon after. Yeah, I think so.
yeah. And I
Yeah.
mean, and then John McEnroe came on the scene, and they played once or twice. And the second time McEnroe beat the hell out of him. And that's when he's like, yeah, okay, I'm done. And he was like 25 or 26 at the time. He was pretty young.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, I got beaten by Mac. Okay, I'm out. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, it's amazing how things change. Like Djokovic is 39 now; he's still playing, right? So he'll
But-
retire at 25.
That being said, though, I mean, I think he realized I've taken this as far as I can.
Yes.
The new players coming up are better than me.
Yeah.
I'm going to go out while I'm on top.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It was also the 70s. So, I mean, you'd finish the match and then go drinking with your buddies.
Yep.
And then smoke a cigarette. And
Yes, exactly.
it wasn't like today where your diet is strictly controlled. They monitor everything. You have a team of people who make sure you do everything right so they extend your career.
Right, exactly.
Like, well, LeBron James, for example, he's
Yeah.
invested a lot of money into his health and welfare.
Yes. Indeed.
So he can keep playing. And he's had a really long career.
Yes. Indeed.
So
yeah.
you know.
Is this going to be his final season or just the final team he's going to play with?
don't know. I don't know. I think he's been playing for almost 25 years now?
Yeah, something like that.
Almost.
Yeah.
So that's a long career in the NBA.
Yeah, especially with like the hard pivots.
Yeah.
So that's
It's on your knees and your
knees
joints.
and your ankles.
Well,
that's in your
yeah.
hips.
Well, and
that's really rough.
now he plays with his son. Somebody says, oh, that's nepotism. Yeah, really. A team in the NBA is just going to hire my son because I want them to. No, you got to make the team, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got to make the team. That's as simple as that.
There's a difference between nepotism and genetics.
Yes. Yeah. Tremendous difference. Yeah. Yeah.
So, normally there's never any issue with Megabus whatsoever. So,
Right.
you
What's the
know,
other one? Flickster?
yeah, Flicks every now and then I've had issues, but Megabus normally not really. But they're just the bus I was supposed to take.
Okay.
Not happening today for some reason. Please rebook at another time. But I didn't see it before I left, so we went to the bus place and we're looking for the bus and said, "Oh no, there's no bus. It's canceled. You're gonna have to go back and rebook." And it's like, "Ah, crap." So, I had my day plan. I was arriving a day early, and I was going to arrive in Toronto, around 2:00 in the afternoon. And then, because when you go watch tennis,
Mhm.
especially if you buy the day and the evening session, you could doors open at 11 for first match at 12:30, and you can be there till past midnight, right? So
That's a long day.
you're allowed to bring your own food and drink, not alcohol, but your own food and drink, because the food there is not particularly nutritious, and you're paying like $9 for a pizza slice, right? If you're going to be there for 12 hours, you're going to need a lot of food.
I couldn't do that. 12 hours. Shoot,
So
that's a long time.
So for this type of thing, you're brown bagging it, you're thinking sandwiches, so I have to make some bread, right? Because the regular type bread that you buy, the gluten-free bread, disintegrates when it gets wet. So, there's a bread, a keto bread that I have that maintains itself. So if I'm going to put a tomato in it or whatnot, it won't fall apart by the time I come to eat it. So I was going to go there, buy all the stuff to make that, spend that day making that stuff, and then, get ready for the next day, tennis. So that wasn't happening. So I did all that here, and then took the later bus. So I went with my bread. So I got a backpack with 12 rolls, carrying them there. So I'm thinking, okay, no problem. Just like the day shifts, what I was going to do there, I've done here like this. I'm still on schedule.
Mm-hmm.
No problem. And that's the end of the blips, sort of like that. So, okay, no harm, no foul, they're just not a smooth day, and, that's fine. Coming back, the TTC did the O-train thing.
Oh, it just decided to stop working.
Twice.
Yeah. That's
Twice.
TTC doesn't do that as often as the O train does.
On the way to the bus depot. And I left with enough time to be there and actually go get a hot chocolate, sit down and drink it before I got on the bus.
And they changed that. They screwed you up, did
So
they?
I left on time. I missed it by 2 minutes. And also, City of Toronto, if anybody is listening, the signage in your city is designed for the people who live there.
Yeah, so the wayfinding is not good.
I didn't even know. I when I got to the bus depot, and realized, okay, it's like I'm 2 minutes late. The bus is gone. I don't see it listed anything. There are 2 floors. There's zone A, B, C, and D. It says that my bus for the next ticket that I bought, so I basically had to pay for my return twice because I lost the first ticket. Right? It's not the bus company's fault that I missed the bus. I lose the tickets, I have to buy another one. And I'm waiting for the bus, and then it says, okay, your bus is going to be arriving soon. And I'm looking at it, and it says zone C, but I'm seeing zone A and B. And there's nothing.
There's no C.
There's no C anywhere on the floor, and there's nothing that says for zone C, go here and whatnot. So I've stopped someone and says, oh, that's upstairs.
There's no signage to tell you that.
There's 2 floors.
Yeah.
I did not know.
Well,
so that means that when I arrived, had I known there was 2 floors, I could have gone to the other floor, and maybe if there was a lot of people getting on.
There is a new station because they tore the old one down, didn't they?
It's at Union Station.
It's at Union now.
Yeah.
Okay.
But all these things are like the bus depots connected to the train station that's connected to the walkway to Scotiabank Place that's connected to the and
it's a bit of a nightmare if you don't know where you're going.
I know, and sometimes you're walking, okay, like I'm walking and see like buses, and then the signs for the buses just it's like, where do I go now? It was so frustrating. And the same thing when we went to the tennis park, because one night I went with Alex's dad. And so we went there by car, and you could either buy pre-pay parking ticket with your ticket,
right?
And you go to a parking lot that's reserved, or there are lots there. And I didn't know when I bought the tickets how we were getting there. I just assumed that because the subway goes there now, that we would just take that. But we did go by car. Nowhere on the grounds was there a single sign anywhere saying like this. That all the lots that if you had a pass for, it says lots with pass, but the lots without pass, no signs.
Yeah, that's
none.
They need to improve their wayfinding. Then, yeah.
It took us 20 minutes to find one.
Well,
and there were people there. They were working. They were handing people like little pieces with a QR code that you could scan it. You're $7.50 for your car. You're $10.50 there, but there was no sign anywhere that said this is the lot for people who didn't buy your passes.
Well, they need to get on that. Then it's not as bad as Ottawa, though. We don't have a bus depot anywhere anymore.
No.
Since they tore it down, they said, well, why don't we locate it? So right now,
Gloucester Centre and the train.
Yes.
And Bayshore.
And I think there's one at Ottawa U.
Yes, the mega bus now stops at where Democrat
but it's not
Hall
obvious where it stops. You got to look for a little, like a bus stop sign on the side of the road. That's it.
Well, and oddly enough, when I was last here, when we had the dinner together.
Yeah.
Going back home, the following day, there was a 5 a.m. bus. It was, I think, that was stopping at the corner of Laurier and Waller. So I bought my ticket, and I went there, and I could not find the sign.
Oh yeah, it's not obvious
anywhere because it's at the same sign where all the regular city buses pass. Right, but I couldn't find the sign. But I mean, I stood somewhere where I could see if a bus was coming.
Right,
that I would
you could run, but.
I was there for 45 minutes.
Ouch.
No bus. Because I wrote them like this and say, oh yeah, sorry, yeah, we didn't pass the bus there that day. It's like, so I don't know if I bought my ticket like after they sent out the rollout to the driver or something. But do you know how hard it is to get ready to be fresh and pretty with all your bags packed at a bus stop at 5 a.m.?
Yeah, it's not easy.
And that took dedication, and I was just standing there, and and sometimes they are late, so I'm sitting there, but I'm thinking like all it did was leave from Saint Laurent, right? Like it's the first stop, and then we were going, and it's like, and it's 5 a.m. in the morning. It's not like there's like rush hour traffic, so I'm sitting there and I'm thinking like, okay, well I'm waiting 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Do I still stay? Has it not left yet? If it has left yet and I don't stay now, do I get my ticket reimbursed? Like, what reasonable amount of time am I supposed to stay at the bus stop before I leave and conclude that maybe the bus is not coming before I can get reimbursed? I had no idea. And there's no one to call because it's 5 a.m. So after about 45 minutes, I thought, okay, well, that's reasonable enough, I think. Now, fortunately, and they did reimburse the ticket. So the Megabus has been really good for that with us, I found. Even when we came back from Mexico, we had pre-purchased our tickets, and it's like, we're not going to be able to come back on the ticket that we bought because there's like a cartel thing.
Yeah. So can you reimburse us or transfer it to a new one?
Exactly. And they're like, we don't really have anything for that, but hold on. And of all the companies we dealt with, they were the only ones that actually found a way to provide an accommodation. It's like the city of Kingston, our taxes were due, and the tax bill came in while we were away, and then the date that we had to pay the municipal taxes would have been okay had we come back at our regular time, but given we had to stay an extra few days, the date passed, so I paid the bill, and it says, we're a couple of days late. Is there any way that we could like waive the interest on this? Because, well, you know, it's not like we forgot to pay.
No, we just
we couldn't.
we had kind of limitations on our end, a force majeure as it is. So.
We didn't actually have the bill, and we weren't home.
Yeah.
And it's like, nope, sorry, we got nothing for that. And it's the same thing like Virgin for my telephone, mobile stuff. Like, sorry,
Right.
I missed my payments, but it's like, yeah, we got nothing for that. Sorry. It's like,
oh well.
It's like, okay. It's like, but Megabest can.
Well, I don't know, man. A lot of these companies just don't give a shit.
Yeah, but Megabest has been, I have to say, and Flix also, I have to say, when there has been an issue, they had been very good at reimbursing.
Oh, okay.
But you'll remember one time with Flix, I was actually coming for a pubcast for some reason, and I ordered the ticket on the correct bus, but the QR code that came, for some reason, there was a mismatch. So when they scan the QR code, this says you don't have a ticket for this bus.
Yes,
But it says here it's for this bus. It says, yeah, but the QR code says it doesn't. It says, yeah, but I'm here now, and you have a seat. And the ticket says, and I can't do anything, and he just like left me there, and I'm like what the?
Oh.
I'll call Mr. Goes like, you'll never guess what happened.
Yeah.
It's like, you will never guess. It's like, yeah. So, but yeah. So there's something about me and trips and Vic. Hey,
what's going on, brother?
How you doing, Dan?
We see you. Can you hear us? Oh, your mic is muted for some reason.
Hold on. Can we unmute it?
I'm trying.
An idiot, and I didn't know how to do it.
Yeah, can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I don't know, bud. Yes. Okay, that was weird. Why did it do that?
Can you hear it now?
No, I don't want it. There we go. So we corrected the camera,
Okay.
but you're still muted for some reason.
Is your microphone on, Dan?
Yeah, he's on his phone, so it's probably like he can hear us. It's probably the same issue I had yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah, it shows that you're muted for some reason. I don't know. Yeah, we can't hear you, bud. Sorry, man. That's been a Take care, brother. That's been a pain in the butt lately with Restream just not working for some reason.
Damn.
Yeah. I don't know why. It just for some reason, like I said, you could see me, but you couldn't hear me the other day. I could hear you loud and clear.
Yeah.
And you couldn't hear me, so I don't know.
We had a whole week where at 1 hour 40 minutes, it would just like
Goodbye.
kick us out.
Yeah.
Like and it was like, oh, okay.
Well, like I said,
I'm still here.
We'll look
stopped on its
into.
own. It started on its own and it stopped on its own.
We'll look into some of the other services.
Yeah.
Riverside FM is a good one.
Yeah.
StreamYard is a good one. Look, we've had so many headaches with Restream. It's like, when January rolls around, we'll just migrate to somewhere else.
Yep.
Is what I'm thinking we should do. Now I'll have to download the assets and that, but it's not a big deal. It's just, it's when it's been so problematic.
Mm-hmm.
And it's limited to 1080p, where StreamYard will do 4K if you want.
Okay.
And these are 4K cameras. So,
right. And the other thing that's changed, I guess, I'm not sure if we had the same subscription as the network had at the time, but we used to be able to do pre-records. Like if we had to do a pre-record show to air, at a certain time. We could do it like our normal shows, and now we are limited to maximum an hour for those.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's changed. It didn't used to be like that.
Yeah.
Huh.
Which is very weird.
Yeah, I don't know why that is. Oh, there's Dan. We'll try it again.
All right.
See if it works. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. I think I know what it is. Hang on. It might be on my end. Just a sec. Just a second here. Okay. Can we hear you? No, it might be this machine. I thought it. I don't know, man. Input 4. It should be on. Oh, wait a sec. Let's just see. Let me check something here. Bear with me for a sec while I do this. I want to find. Okay. Yes, that's what I want.
I just looked at the screen. I see remind Mo to pull his pants up. I'm thinking I missed something. I came into this conversation a little late. Kid Saucy goes, I accused Mr. Grizzly of setting a timer and not telling Mr. Beaver so the show wouldn't go over the time limit for editing.
Can you hear? Try again, Dan.
I can hear you.
No.
Can you hear me?
Oh,
yeah, I can hear you, but you're coming through the computer for some reason. So hang on. Let's see here. Yeah, you're coming through the computer. Should be coming through this box. I don't know why you're not.
Well, I can hear you guys clearly, so.
That's very strange. I don't understand that at all. It's coming through the computer. Hang on. Okay. Mode. Yeah, okay. Just trying to find it. I don't know why it's doing this, man.
It's as he says, I hear down now. It's very low.
Yeah, I don't know.
Next time.
Don't know why it's. Don't know why it won't. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea why. You should be coming in on channel 4, but for some reason it's not doing it. Now, I don't know, because this device I'd not used with somebody coming in remotely yet, but that shouldn't make a difference. Your level's up. You should come in on channel 4.
I think Dan's frozen.
I don't know. I don't know, man.
I think Dan's frozen.
Yeah, okay. We'll just... his levels are up and everything. I don't know why it did that.
Oh, very weird.
Yeah, because I could hear him, but it was coming through the computer, and it shouldn't be doing that.
All right. Since nobody's coming, I'm gonna go get something.
If you can do that.
Order you.
You got the menu there?
Yep.
I had ordered a Guinness Zero.
Oh, and it hasn't come yet?
Yeah, she might be worried that she's going to disturb us because we're, back here.
Yeah.
I should have let her know that. No, you just come back and don't worry about that.
Okay.
We're fine. It's a live show. Stuff happens. What do I want? You know what? I'm going to go real simple. And let's go with some chicken wings. I have a pound of lemon pepper chicken wings.
A pound of lemon
pepper wings. Yeah, that'll do it.
And a Guinness Zero.
And a Guinness Zero, yeah.
Okie dokie. Woo. Let's limbo under the
All right.
currents.
Yeah, so sorry, Dan. I don't know why that did that. I have, I don't understand. Oh, yeah, sorry, we got a lot of stuff there. Yeah. I don't know why that did that. Now, I wonder if I close the camera, can you still hear me? Can folks still hear me? Somebody let me know in the comments if you can still hear me, because it may have switched off. I don't know. Because this is the main camera number 1. So sometimes it ties the sound to it. because we discovered that in the past that if you switch off another camera, you don't hear anything. You lose the mic. So yeah, anyway, I think we should be good. If you can hear me, let me know if you can hear me. I'm trying to pull it up on my phone here. Yeah, so we're good. Okay, excellent. So that's what I wanted to know. Yeah, so I can switch on Mr. Beaver's camera when he gets back. But he's going to order us some food. I think our server Kasha was probably worried that she'd disturb us because we're doing a live show, and I'm like, should just let her know. Just show up at any time. Don't worry about it. It's never a bother. It's part of the interactivity of being in a pub. It's called the Pubcast for a reason. So yeah. Now I still don't know why we couldn't hear Dan. I don't know if it was on my end or his end, but when I heard him, it was coming through my computer. It shouldn't be going through my computer. It should be going through the interface, but it didn't. So I'm puzzled. I don't know. Very, very strange. Anyway, well, so what does that say? PMDD. I don't know what PMDD is. That's okay. It's my mom's birthday tomorrow, so I'm going to be trying to be a good son. I will head over for, I guess, lunch, brunch. I don't know. I'll reach out to her later on and find out what the plans are, and I'll be heading over. And I'd love to be able to bring Lola, but the trains still aren't running to the eastern part of Ottawa yet, even though it's been ready for months. But they keep testing the tracks and testing the trains, and they said they were going to be ready last September. Then they said probably by November, early spring, by, late spring, early summer. It's August 8th. Still no trains to the east end of Ottawa, which is upsetting because I can take Lola on the train and then have to transfer to a bus. But I'd rather just take one train all the way there. Be so much simpler. Alas. Anyway. Such is life. But yeah, I'll head out to see my mom and my mom and dad, obviously, and we'll have some dinner and probably, solve all the world's problems like we do here on this show. My mom will be 80 tomorrow, and she has no problem with saying that because she's happy to be, 80, alive. Oh, okay. I've never heard of that before, Saucy Sea Witch. Oh, you got no Wi-Fi at home, Dan? Okay. Yeah, it's the weird thing lately with Restream is just incoming from phones. Can't hear anybody. I have no idea what the issue with that is. And like I said, I tried to plug another camera in and it reset everything here. So go figure. It's a finicky software. It took a while to learn how to use it. And now that I know how to use it really well, it still surprises me at some of the things it occasionally does, which is never fun. But there we are. It's how it is. Anyway, we'll look at new software in the spring. In the meantime, I will, like I said, begin to start getting back behind or in front of the camera again. Being behind it at the same time because I'm doing the production and the live. But I'm going to start to do more growls. Join Mr. Beaver when I can. Obviously, mornings are kind of out of the question because I'm at the office at 6 a.m. But I'll start to produce some music content again, some jazz, some pop music. The jazz show I put on my own ASMR channel. I'll do some more ASMR work as well. And I will be trying to put together the content I've recorded for the travel, lifestyle, travel, foodie show that I promised a year ago and just couldn't get my stuff together to do it. I've got a lot of content filmed. I just haven't organized it yet. And I'll continue to film more content. And I'm going to start putting my drone to work because I got that about a year and a half ago for that purpose. And still, I've only used it 3 or 4 times. Works great. And I took it with me to Yellowknife last summer. But as it turned out, other than a far point in the old town, the whole city of Yellowknife is a no-fly zone for drones because the airport is north of the city and all flight patterns come from the south. So they go right over this. Anyway, they're pretty low when they land. So you're not allowed to fly drones in the city, which I guess makes sense. And they literally, if you try to fly your drone, it won't. It'll turn on, You can recognize it, but it will not take off because they, I guess, put out a signal to stop it. I don't know how that works, but it's interesting. Fascinating stuff, technology, when it works. I was so very frustrated. I thought, oh, this thing just died on me because I tested it out in the Airbnb we were in to make sure it could fly. And inside the Airbnb, it recognizes that it was indoors, but I just wanted to test it and it worked. Anyway, what are you looking for?
Phone, I need to look up some ingredients.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no problem. So, yeah, I want to shoot some content with the drone because it does it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Don't sing the sausage song. Don't sing the sausage song. Daddy, do you want some sausage? Is that it? Is that the sausage song? I don't know. From Tom Green, from Freddie Got Fingered. Tom was here a couple weeks ago. I bumped into him, said hi. We know, we have some mutual friends, so I had a chat with him briefly. A few people were like, hey, that's Tom Green. I go, oh, hey, hi, how's it going? He comes in here every now and then. I've met him, I don't know, maybe a dozen times over the years. I wouldn't say we're buddies or friends or anything like that, but I had Lola with me. So, and he didn't have Charlie with him for the first time. He usually has his dog with him, but he didn't. And yeah, it seems like happy to meet Lola. So there you go. Yes. Oh, Oscar Mayer Wiener. Daddy, do you want some sausage? Daddy, would you like some sausage? That's it. And he has the sausages on his fingers. Anyway, that was a really funny scene in that film. Yeah, Tom's a good guy. And I don't know if you had a chance to check out his Farmcast or his new show that it's on Crave, but he also has the Farmcast, which is on YouTube. And he has some great guests that he comes in and interviews. And when I went to see Limp Bizkit here at the Blues Fest, he came out on stage and rapped a track with them. It was pretty cool. They've been friends for all this time because Tom had him on his show back when Limp Bizkit was just starting out, and then they got to be the biggest band in the world for a little while. And yeah, I saw them at Blues Fest the day I got back from Calgary. That would have been July 10th. And I was pretty tired, but I got a nap in and I was able to make it to the show. I had a great time. They put on a great show. But there was, towards the end, they played Break Stuff twice. It was the second song they played. And right after they played it, the lights went dim and they played True by Spandau Ballet to try and bring the temperature down. And then the last song of the night they played was Break Stuff. and I think they were hoping by that point all the energy was out. No, there was a big mosh pit in front of me. And there was some really big dudes, like giant roid rage. One guy looked like the Liver King, if you know who that is. Anyway, roid raging dudes in front of us. And I was like, oh, I'm too old for this shit, man. So I stood back and I filmed some of the melee and the chaos that happened. They put on a great show. They put on a really good show. Not only was I really impressed, I was really surprised at how solid they were live. Wes Borland is a great guitar player. And Fred, he hit all the right notes. I was impressed. I didn't expect that. Yeah, it was a great show. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much.
I got a Guinness Zero. Excellent. Thank you.
All right.
I got a Guinness Zero and...
It's time to be sociable.
Careful now, don't.
Whoops.
Oh, I got to put your camera back on. Sorry, my bad. Hang on. See, the color's adjusted differently on mine, so you look a little darker. There we go.
Do. Yeah, actually, yeah, wow.
Yeah, because I changed the colors adjusted on mine a little bit differently, so that
deep caramel. Okay, one more time.
All right, we'll go.
1, 2, 3. So.
Well, we got to. Maybe. Oh wait, hang on. I got an idea.
We have to pick a frame.
No, hang on. There we go. Now we can do it. If you come over this way, that way, there we go.
So, the mistering of the traveling beer.
The Guinness Zero. Oh, smells just like one too.
Sociable to you too. There you go.
Yeah, it tastes just like one too. Well, I know normally I don't have stouts at this time of the year because, well, I'm not drinking any alcohol right now because of stuff. But on a day like today, if I was sitting out on the patio, I'd be drinking water or soda water or something. I don't enjoy beer when it's this hot. And a stout in this weather? Are you out of your mind?
Oh,
but we're in an air-conditioned, dark pub, so this works. Yeah,
That would be a little heavy in this weather.
a Pilsner, a lager, or an ale, but a stout? Oh, God, no, not in this weather. It would kill you. Technically, though, Guinness is a light beer, but in hot weather, it doesn't work.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Was it with you when I had my first Guinness?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
St. Patrick's Day here.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was surprised.
Yeah, well, this tastes exactly like the real thing. Yeah. Well, it is brewed by Guinness.
Yeah.
It just has no alcohol in it. It's 0.05.
Okay.
So it's half.
Just enough to.
It's not even 1%. It's like half of a 0.05.
Mm.
So I would need 10 of these to get to 0.5%, right?
Right. I think so, yes.
Yeah, 10. 10 of these to get to 0.5. So I'm not drinking 10 of these.
It must be like the minimum amount for some basic chemistry.
Yeah.
For it to taste like some kind of beer, I guess. It's really funny because before I had tasted it, I just always thought, because of how dark it is, that it would be, I don't know, extremely earthy or bitter
Ray,
or something.
Ray, watching on Facebook, he wants to see me drink 10.
Ray, hey buddy.
Hey bud, if you want to join, I'll put a link in the chat if you want to pop on. I don't know if you're at home or not, but I'll put a link in the chat if you want to pop in. I could not drink 10 of these. I mean, 10 of them would have zero effect on me from an alcohol point of view, but you know how many times I'd have to urinate? My God. Exactly.
Because, as we always say, you don't buy beer.
You rent it.
There you go.
That would be 5 liters of liquid. That's okay. He's on the road, but he'll jump on one day. All right, cool, Ray. Love to have you on, bud.
Yeah.
Oh, I meant to send out a thing earlier and I forgot. I got tied up with stuff, and let me just send out a. Where is the? Oh, there we go. I'll just send him a.
Yeah, I saw that.
Send him a link here.
Well, the Red Blacks have been humiliated again.
Yeah.
Oh God, they're having a rough season.
Well, and they lost last night again.
Yes.
I was watching the game. I only watched the first half though because it started at 9:00, and I'm like, yeah, I had today off. It's Saturday, but 10:00 is late for me when I go to bed at 9:00. And I was watching the game, and I'm like, well, it's halftime, and they're actually ahead, which means they've got plenty of time to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. And they did. And they were in Saskatchewan, which is why it started at 9, right?
Right.
Basketball, Jones. Yeah, football, Ray. He had a Buffalo Bills podcast there for a long time.
Yep.
That's the man.
That's the man.
Yeah. Good fella. That's a good lad right there. I'll tell you that. That's a good lad.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, because you guys had a show for a while. That was around the Horn? Or?
Yeah, around the Horn thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah, it was.
I kind of missed that.
Mm.
It was kind of nice to be one of the boys.
Yeah. No, I get it. Me and the boys in our 50.
Oh
Me
my
and
God.
the boys in our beer. Remember that commercial?
Yes, I do. I do.
So that's going back to like 1980, I think.
And didn't they do there was one version that was like Me and the Girls, one?
I don't remember that. I remember there was.
I remember there was one where there was a woman voicing it, but I can't remember if she was saying Me and the Boys or Me and the Girls.
I don't remember.
But I had only heard one commercial.
I do remember there was a Labatt 50 commercial at a pool party in the 70s, and I'm like, oh, they're definitely going to be doing things after this. The way the commercial runs is like, oh, they're swingers. They're totally swingers. You didn't understand that as a kid, but I watched it recently and I'm like, oh, they're totally swingers. I'm like, well, that 50.
Well, that 50 at a time.
No. Well, you know what, though? Every now and then, I haven't in a while, but they sell quarts of 50 at the corner store. They don't always have them in stock, but when they do, I'll just grab one, like $5. Somebody goes, 50, and I'm going, it's ice cold, man.
I remember those.
It's refreshing. A quart of 50.
50 was good. I don't know if it's the same.
It's the same.
It's the same taste, but I remember because, again, French Canadian kid.
Yeah.
Montreal Canadians.
Ben,
or
je
in the
prends de
Stanley Cup,
50 tabarouettes, là.
you have either a bottle of Molson or you have a bottle of 50 in your hand.
Well, and it was Molson X, right?
Yes, Molson X.
Which is great when you're in a nightclub in Montreal and you just walk up to the bar and go,
Yep.
and they knew right away. They just hand you an X.
Yep.
Because you couldn't hear each other.
Yep. That was the wonderful thing about bars in the Netherlands, by the way.
Oh?
Yeah, because the bar is sponsored by a beer company.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So you this is the Heineken bar and this is
Yeah.
the Roche bar. So, yeah.
Well, this establishment would be considered what they call a free house.
Okay.
And I only learned that about maybe 20 years ago now that I think about it. But a free house is a bar where they will sell any beer they want.
Okay.
Whereas there's a lot of pubs, even in this city, that only sell products manufactured by one specific brewery.
Mm.
With the single exception that they always carry Guinness, because if it's an Irish pub, it's got to carry Guinness.
Okay.
But everything else they carry is from one specific brewer. I'm not going to mention the brewer's name. I'm not giving them any.
Right.
We already mentioned one of their products. So.
Yes. Well, in one of my trips to the Netherlands.
How many times did you go?
I've been there 3 or 4 times.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I was actually contemplating back in the spring about doing a trip to the Netherlands this summer because I've never been and I'd like to go.
Yeah.
And I thought maybe I could fly to Amsterdam, Schiphol, and spend like 4 or 5 days because the flight anywhere from 1,000 to 1,400.
Yeah.
It depends. It's nothing's cheap right now when it comes to flights. Although that being said, my flight to Calgary return was like $550.
That's pretty decent.
That's a good price. But my concern was, okay, where am I going to stay in Amsterdam that's close to everything? And it's a walkable city and it's great transit and all of that. Yep. But I'm looking at Google Earth and I'm looking at places and that could work. How much is it? Oh, that's in euros.
Yeah. That's the thing.
Ooh, no, let's find. So then I was getting down to a hostel where you have like a capsule. Okay. And I'm like, I would do that. Sure. And I found a couple nice ones, but it was like, just the whole trip would have cost me more than I wanted to spend at this time.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Yep.
It's like, yeah, I could afford it, but it's going to set me back a little bit. And I have a plan that I'm trying to get it, anyway.
Yep.
So I it's on the back burner for the time being, but it's a place I really do want to visit. I've wanted to visit, the Netherlands for a long time, but Amsterdam especially. And no, not for that reason.
No.
Not for the other reason either.
No.
Because neither of those things matter to me.
Right. Exactly.
It's just, there's a lot of history there. There's a lot of, it's a beautiful city.
Oh, it's fantastic.
It's really super walkable. There's canals everywhere. And I just want to go into a pub and sit down and have a beer.
Oh, no.
I'm from Canada.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Trust me.
I know.
It's the best place to go if you're Canadian. And I still haven't done everything I wanted to do because I still want to go to that. I want to go there at the time where everybody comes out.
Oh yeah, the
Canadians.
Yeah, that's where they take care of the Canadian grave sites.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So I want to do those things. So I haven't had a chance to do any of that. I spend a little time in the countryside as well. But why was I mentioning Amsterdam?
I don't know. I cut you off. It's very rude of me. What an asshole. Well, you said one. I asked, how many times have you been? Anyway.
Well, the first time I had gone was for a swim meet. So like we were being billeted. So by members of the other team. So it wasn't as expensive. And then, you end up making friends and then, you go back and you visit them. So I've been very fortunate that way. It's been a little less expensive for me when I've gone. But yeah, we were talking about something. Oh yes, beer.
Oh
beer.
Yes.
So yeah, why that was very handy is of the two things that people sometimes go to Amsterdam for.
Right.
The one that does not involve putting anything in your lungs.
Mm-hmm.
There are certain establishments where alcohol is served where the culture in the place is a little more permissive.
Okay.
Let's just put it that way. So there are parts of the bar that have like little mazes with dark corners.
Understood.
Yes, let's put it that way. So now that's one thing. There was also one guy standing there with a tank of laughing gas that was filling balloons with them, and you could buy them, and then you could like take laughing gas, and which is also very. Yeah, you have to understand. Like at this point, I am what this is like 1995. I'm 22. Okay, and I am surprisingly innocent for someone who's 22 and has still been around the block a little bit. Okay, but still surprisingly naive and innocent. So I thought for sure that what was in the canister was helium and not laughing gas. And it never occurred to me why anybody would want laughing gas, because I'd never been under the influence of it.
What is not laughing? Nitrous? No.
Nitrous oxide, isn't it?
No. I don't know. Anybody know?
Yeah.
I could look it up, but I don't feel like it.
And then, so I'm at the bar. Like all this stuff is going on. I'm getting the lay of the land. There's people dancing. There's people in the darker areas doing whatever they're doing. There's people, with their balloons of laughing gas and having their fun. And then I decide I want a beer, so I go up to the bar, and I am standing right here, and literally about right here, corner of the bar. There's two guys
doing things.
Doing things.
Like at the corner of the bar.
Right at the corner of the bar. It's so clearly it's not permissive only in the dark areas. It's permissive anywhere. And I'm sitting there and
that would surprise me today. Okay.
I was very innocent Canadian.
Whoa, wasn't expecting that.
No. Like worldly enough that I knew that there was stuff that I could expect.
Yeah.
But expect that. And you have to understand that the two very, 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 very fine
Thank you.
gentlemen who are getting to know you, getting to know all about you.
Chicken wing, hot dog and bologna.
There's a little bit of that going on too.
Yeah. I have no doubt.
Chicken wing, hot dog and bologna. A lot of hot dog.
Thank you.
So they're at the bar. Like I say, they're very, 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 very fine. It's hard not to look at them, not only just for what it is that they're doing, but it's like they look good doing it. Right. They're sitting there at the bar, and it's like, what would you like? And I'm like, beer. Oh. And they know, because there's just one. It comes in very handy.
So it's like the Hollywood movies. When you walk into a bar, I'll have a beer, and they know exactly what you want.
Exactly. I'll have what he's having. You got some of that behind the bar too. But oh my God, I could not believe it. I was so shocked. I think the guy behind the bar did everything except tell me, now, once you put your lips around the bottle, you are going to have to if you want to. Because I was like, I could not believe what I was seeing.
Like, I know you can go to certain bars where you can pay money to see a show of that nature.
Yes.
This was not that.
This was not that. They were doing that for free.
So see, that would very much surprise me. I'd be like, oh, that's okay. I guess I'll have a drink.
That's all. And then it wasn't only that was happening. Mm-hmm. It's that everybody at the bar, like behind the bar, didn't care, and everybody in the bar was walking around like, yeah, they're like, you know that meme there with that guy like sitting having the coffee at the table and the fire is going like, this is fine. Right?
Yeah.
Fine. And it's like spot the new guy.
Yeah, that could be funny.
It's like, oh, you're new here, eh? Can you tell? How?
It is laughing gas is nitrous oxide.
It is nitrous oxide?
Yeah, that's what
Okay.
Reese says. Which, yeah, that's what I thought, but I wasn't sure.
Oh man. So yeah, it's it came in handy just being able to like stand at the bar and just say beer, because you didn't have to say which one.
Was that all they served, or did they serve
Yeah,
alcohol?
it was just it was. I don't know. Yeah, that's a good question. Maybe they served more. I didn't know because I don't really drink anything else. So
was when I was in Frankfurt. My friend took me out for dinner at a. I'm like, oh, Frankfurt, Germany. I'm going to get some good beer. No, we went to a wine bar.
Ooh.
I didn't know. I was like, yeah, can I get a beer? They go, we don't serve beer. We only serve wine. Oh, okay. I'll have a glass of red wine. And that was it. It was
a glass of red wine.
Yeah. I'm like, not a Cabernet. It's the red wine that they serve. I'm like, okay, sure, no problem. It was different. Never experienced that before.
When we are on Yalapa Island, well, it's not really an island, I guess, but in that sort of like fishing community that was only accessible by water taxi, there was a place there that had a little wine night, which is I think Wednesdays. So everybody that's in town, so it was almost like this little sort of like expat gathering, and everybody ordered their glass of wine, and inside was very tiny, but outside they had some tables and chairs and whatnot.
Right.
There's a guy that like brought his guitar, and there was a person there that had a violin. There's a person there's like 3 or 4 musicians, and they were like all jamming. And then at one point they got into like tragically hip songs. And they're sitting there, and it's like, wow, it's like I'm in Yalapa, enjoying red wine, outside, singing tragically hip, like just the
Canadian thing.
Yeah, but it's like, I'm drinking an Italian red wine in Mexico, singing Canadian songs. With Americans. It was this kind of sort of like cosmopolitan meeting point.
And this was recent
stuffs. Yeah, that was just this February. And the best part was because, as much as we love the Tragically Hip, I am not as familiar with the entirety of the catalog as the people who are super fans.
Yeah, which is reasonable.
I know mostly the songs that were hits on the radio or that played on Much Music. So it was like when they're playing, I was like, I know this one. I know this one. They're playing all the ones I knew. So I was like, I could sing along. So I was like getting my Canadian on.
Yeah, I dig it.
It's fun when it happens.
When you're out of the country.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Yeah. No, I've had similar experiences traveling. It's like
that little taste of home.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I remember one time I was in Florida, and I'm walking down the street, and Serena Ryder's song "Stomp" was like playing on the radio. And I'm thinking, like, Serena Ryder has a contract to be distributed in the United States.
Oh yeah. That was a big song.
It was huge, but I had no idea. It's like I'm just like walking Fort Lauderdale, and it's like in the background, gotta get up, and I'm going like, well, damn good for you, girl. And I'm like bopping on the street.
It was featured in I think a Ford truck commercial during the Super Bowl a bunch of years back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's what you call big exposure, right? There was a time when artists wouldn't do that, but now it's like you kind of have no choice. You got to get your music out there somehow, right?
Yep. Well, I think there was like Chevrolet at one point had a commercial out that had a song called Renegade or something. Hey, it's living like a renegade. And that's all I heard of it. And I'm thinking like, this is like pretty cool. And so I did this reverse lookup, it's like, because sometimes it's a jingle.
Yeah.
It's just for a thing, but sometimes it's an actual song. Like I said, this one was an actual song, and then sometimes, on the commercials, sometimes like it's the best part of the song or the catchiest part, and then you listen to the rest of the song and you go,
Yeah.
because this was actually good. It's like, it's like, oh, well, there you go. I picked up a song from my playlist by watching a commercial. So,
Well, greatest car commercial of all time, in my mind, came out in 1999. It was a Volkswagen commercial for a Volkswagen Cabriolet. And it starts off, you hear the guitar part, acoustic guitar. I'm like, this song sounds familiar, but I don't know who the artist is. So the song's playing, and you see them driving at night down country roads till they get to this cottage party. They pull up to the cottage, and there's 4 people in the car, 2 guys and two girls. And they pull up to the cottage party, and they look at one another. They go, nope, and they back out and continue driving down the highway listening to this song. And I didn't know who the artist was. I'd never heard of him before until a friend of mine introduced me to him a couple of weeks later. I said, that was the greatest car commercial of all time, because I've lived that experience. Been out on a hot summer night, you're in a convertible and you're driving to a cottage party, and you get there and it's mayhem, and you were just enjoying this serene, peaceful moment with your great song playing as you're driving along in the country road. Anyway, the artist was Nick Drake, and the song was Pink Moon. And it was a cabriolet commercial for Volkswagen. It was the greatest car commercial I've ever seen. Introduced me to an artist I'd never heard of before. But the song sounded familiar, but I didn't know who it was. He died in 1973. He OD'd on antidepressants, which I didn't know you could do, but he did. Yeah. And today, he'd be a massive star, because there's this whole new folk music thing that's taking off.
Right.
And he didn't have any backing behind him, unlike, say, Leonard Cohen or Joni Mitchell, or, it was 1970s when he wrote his best stuff. Well, he only put out 2 records, I think, 2 or 3. Anyway, Nick Drake, look him up. Look up the song Pink Moon if you've not heard it. Even better, look up the Volkswagen Cabriolet Pink Moon commercial, and you'll know exactly what I'm saying. If you've ever been in that experience, you just relived it in a commercial. It was really cool.
But you were saying with
artists using their music in commercials.
I'm saying what artists that I wasn't familiar with before.
Drake?
Yeah, you said something that made me think of a question, but I didn't want to interrupt you, and I lost it. No.
Don't worry about interrupting me. It's not a big deal.
Yum, yum. I love this.
These wings are really good.
I'm very hungry.
I'm starving. I haven't eaten since breakfast, and it's 20 to 4. 10 to 4. What am I saying? That's why I'm so hungry.
It's like at our house, I make dinner, and you have to understand that as much as my beaver sweetie loves me, he loves me for my cooking. Probably more. Sometimes I wonder.
Well,
and I always know that I knocked it out of the park about 1 minute after I served it.
Oh.
My beaver sweetie is delightfully loquacious.
Mm-hmm.
He has a lot to say.
Right.
And sometimes he will not. He has so much to say. He will not stop chewing. He will not stop to chew to say it.
Okay.
I often have to make him repeat. It's like, dude, I really don't understand what you're saying when you talk with your mouth full. So, yeah, he's my God, I'm distracting myself now. I keep on forgetting what it is that I'm going to say with it.
Because you're getting old.
I guess so. But anyway, yeah, I don't remember what I was going to say. Oh God. completely gone again.
It happens. Sorry about that. I had a bone in that chicken wing. I didn't realize it.
Oh no.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
I didn't eat it.
Oh yes. So 1 minute after it's served, I know it's good because for some reason the conversation just stops.
Yeah.
Like for about like 2 or 3 minutes.
Can't talk eating.
And then it's sort of like the I guess the first initial pleasure of flavor washes down, and it's like now we're back at it. it's like I get those 2 minutes of yes, score.
His wings are so good.
They smell great.
Lemon pepper. It's really, it's just, it's a nice dry, instead of a saucy. I don't want to have a saucy wing and then have to touch stuff.
Right.
But I like the lemon pepper as a change. And the dill sauce. It's really good.
I'm just going to town on the Chipotle mayo right now. I'm going to have to go get another one though, because whenever I get fries, I normally don't eat fries when I go to a restaurant.
Right.
But every now and then you just get a hankering for them.
I rarely ever eat them.
And the fries here are very good.
Oh,
by the way. But I like my fries hot.
mm-hmm.
So if you have some fries, you eat your burger. You have some fries, you eat your burger. At one point, like this, your fries are cold. I don't mind a cold burger, but for some reason, I'm not a big fan of cold fries. So I always end up eating like all my fries first,
Right away
before I touch anything else. And Alex keeps on looking at me like I'm a weirdo because
think of it like the salad. It's a root salad.
Yep. Yeah.
The best way I've ever heard poutine described.
Root salad.
Root salad au jus avec root salad gratin avec au jus.
Yum, yum.
That's poutine.
That makes
I don't
sound
eat
classy.
it. Yeah, well, that's the idea. I don't eat the stuff though. I had it once. I didn't like it. I think I've had it a second time, and I'm like, no, still don't like it. People are like, "What is wrong with you?" I'm like, it upsets my stomach and makes me very unpleasant to be around. So I don't want to eat it. Which I'm saving you, actually, is what I'm doing.
Yes. I had a hankering for one last night. It was I spent the evening just doing social stuff with friends, but had the day kind of got away from me, so I was like planning on having like a big supper before and then go hanging out, and there wasn't really time for that, so I just like grabbed a quick little thing that I just a little munch on the go, and went out. So when I got back from that last night around maybe 11:30 or so, I was just really, really hungry. I normally don't eat before going to bed, but this was sort of like I didn't really have supper. Like I just had sort of like had like a little snacky thing to like to fill the thing, fill the void. And I was hungry, and I'm thinking like maybe it's just like a small Italian poutine.
An Italian poutine? What is that?
Oh, it's a poutine, the fries with like a bolognese sauce on it. Kernels instead.
Okay, that's different.
Because the regular gravy sauce is often thickened with flour, right? The brown gravy. So I can have it, but meat sauce, bolognese doesn't have any. So it's a poutine I can eat.
It's like a smoked meat poutine.
Exactly. And I'm looking, I'm on the internet. It's like I'm on Google Maps at restaurants near me. Okay, fries near me, poutine near me, pizza near me, anything near me. It's like I could not find one.
Really?
I couldn't find a poutine Italian. The best I could find was Smokes Poutineery, who had like a gluten friendly brown sauce.
Brown sauce.
Brown gravy. But I didn't want the brown gravy because the brown gravy is like ridiculous in terms of calories.
Oh.
Because if you look at if you look at the Italian poutine and a regular poutine, you look at the calorie difference, it's night and day. And it's like in the Italian poutine, at least you get like meat sauce and tomato, not just like brown flour and roux. So yeah, it's but there was nothing. There was nothing, and then I was like, and then I was starting to look at pizzas, and it's like, well, I don't want a whole pizza. I'm getting ready to go to bed. I just need like a small little thing because I'm just
You eat a
ravenous
whole
and
pizza
hungry.
before you go to bed, you're going to have a terrible night.
Exactly. So nothing happened. I couldn't find anything, so I ended up making a little pasta and putting tomato sauce on it. I just go to bed, had half a bowl of pasta, which I could have done all along. Because I looked like for about half an hour, 40 minutes to try to find something.
So you could have actually made something.
Made
in
it
that
and
time,
eaten it
but
before
Sometimes the brain just doesn't compute properly. I do that frequently.
I was just like, oh God, I'm not going to start cooking at 11:30. Just like, just order something.
Well,
not yesterday.
I am not a
So
human
I'm very
being.
hungry right now.
I'm not a human being in the morning until I've had a coffee.
Okay.
I'm not unpleasant. I'm just completely useless as a human being. So much so that a few weeks back, one of my colleagues, his building pass had expired and the renewal hadn't come through yet. So, I walk in and I see him standing outside. I go, what's going on? He goes, oh, I'm waiting for so-and-so to come and get me. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll let him know. I could have escorted him into the building, but that didn't occur to me because I haven't had my coffee yet. And afterwards, I'm like, I could have taken you in. But I can't think. It's also, quarter to 6 in the morning when I get into the office, right?
Yeah.
So
Nobody should be thinking at that hour.
I can't, I just, sorry. No. I don't
Call
know
me
if I could
biased.
spell my name correctly at that time.
Unless you're working in emergency services or a hospital.
Yeah.
Nobody should be thinking at that hour. Oh, wow. All right. So, I don't know about you, but I have been having an inordinately busy summer. We had the 3 years of COVID and then the 3 years out of it.
Mhm.
And 3-year COVIDs were summers were what they were. Like COVID was all that kind of stuff. But then there's COVID ended, and some people like just really jumped back into it.
Right.
And I didn't do that. I was a little more cautious. Things of the sort. But now, I've pretty much joined the land of the living. On that front, there's not too much that's different from my behavior before, other than I still like those masks in the winter. I've been getting much fewer colds.
Right.
I'm still wearing them. That's about the only thing really that I've kept there. But I'm wondering, this year specifically, already this year I've been camping twice, gone to see tennis. We went out to Lakefield for a whole Canada Day thing with my family. There are birthdays, there are things like that we're going out for. Of course, come here for pubcasts and things, but there has been something, and then of course meeting my godparents.
Right.
With them too. But there has been something on the calendar every single weekend except one for me since June. And I think that there's something on the calendar every weekend for me until the first week of October.
Well, next weekend I'm heading out of town for a golf weekend.
Yep, you were mentioning that, yeah.
Weekend after that, I don't think I have anything. The weekend after that, I think a buddy of mine, myself and a buddy might go to Montreal. Head up Saturday morning on the train and grab a hotel. Well, we'd book that in advance, of course. We just, I don't know, just hang out in Montreal, see some stuff, whatever. Haven't been in 2 years now since I've been in Montreal.
Okay.
When did I go see Extreme? Was that September of 24 or 25? I don't remember. When did I go see them? I'll have to look it up.
So yeah, I'm inordinately busy,
Mhm.
which is kind of interesting. In one way, busier than I would like, because I do like time alone and I do like home time.
Right.
Because like we bought a house 5 years ago. We have a deck and we built a garden. We made the backyard nice, but then we're never there on the weekends in the summer to enjoy it because we're off doing stuff. So yeah, that's. But then again, I haven't had a summer that I was really off doing stuff a lot since the year I think that my beaver sweetie went to Japan for those 3 months, and it was my last full summer in Ottawa before I was going to move to
Right.
Kingston, where I decided to be a tourist in my own city like this and just have the whole summer doing that type of stuff. So yeah, I'm busier, and I am surprisingly not as peopled out as you think I would be, given
That's
how much.
I get that.
Because it has been a lot, and I'm also out of practice for having this much social as well. And I don't know if it's just because the way that we're doing things, that maybe there's like 2 or 3 days in between where I'm still at home and doing that stuff, and that's enough of a recharge time. But I'm starting to wonder if maybe I don't need as much recharge time from social things as I thought I did.
Maybe, yeah. That's entirely possible.
Because I would always take a lot, but I'm just realizing with the quantity of things that I've done so far this year and the fact that I'm not feeling peopled out. Now, there are times, however, where something new is being proposed to me to add to the list, and I'm like crossing my eyes and go, oh my God, more people. Why does everything we do involve more people?
It was 2 years ago.
Ah, yes.
September 28th, 2024, since I've been in Montreal.
So I was, but yeah, I'm actually, like, this just hit me yesterday too. It's like, I'm actually feeling pretty good. Like, I'm not feeling drained. I have energy to spare. I'm showing up at these events and I'm present. I'm not wishing I was somewhere else, or wishing that I could not be there that time that I need the time alone.
Maybe that's your midlife crisis.
Yeah.
You don't need the rest you once did.
Maybe. But it's abnormal enough that I've noticed, but it's not unpleasant.
Mm.
It's more like I'm just like I'm surprised with myself because I have not been taking on that much, especially since COVID. I sort of got used to
doing less.
Yeah, doing less, and I was actually quite happy doing it.
A bit of an introvert. A bit of an introvert, maybe.
Yes,
it's too peoply in here.
Yeah.
I get that. It rarely happens to me, but there are times when I'm like, I have to get out of here. And there are times when I'm like, I'm just out for a walk and people want to stop and talk, and I'm like, and in my head I'm like, I just don't want to talk to anybody right now. I don't have the energy to do this. So it's like I cut the conversation short, and don't ask me about what we talked about, because it went in one ear and out the other, because I didn't want to be there, So I just politely said, I got to get going. I got to get hold of my dog, which is legitimate,
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't happen often, but occasionally it does when I'm emotionally and physically drained. I don't have the energy to deal with another human being right now that I don't need to, right?
Right.
If I need to, that's different. You find the strength because you have to. But if you don't need to, sometimes you're just like, no, I'm good. I'm good. I got a thing. I gotta be somewhere. I got stuff to do.
Right. So I've been, if that is the case, I'm actually excited about this, to be totally honest.
Well, sure, Saucy says this. I'll put it on the screen. You have been eating better to lose weight, which likely has led to you feeling better as well.
Mm.
I mean, that's
Mhm,
legit,
mhm,
you know.
mhm. Yeah, that could very well be. But that's I'm going to have to factor that into my thought process actually.
Yeah, it
Because,
could very well be the reasoning for it, you know.
yeah, could be. But I'm liking it because as much as it takes me to gear up
Mm-hmm.
to go into that social situation,
Mm-hmm.
I always have a very good time. I leave from it sometimes feeling very tired, but very good. Next day, next week, I only remember the happy, positive things
Right.
from it. Yeah. So I would like to be able to get to the point where the thought of taking on another social engagement doesn't fill me with dread.
Yeah,
Because when I
think
get out of them, I'm fine.
Yeah, I get
Right?
that.
So I would like that. But I also think I'm realizing, which is kind of ironic, that as much as I do like my alone time and being alone, I think I might have been a little lonely and did not realize it.
Yeah, that could very well be the case.
So, because yeah, I'm leaving all of these social interactions feeling very, very, very good and replenished. And even though, yes, I have to rejuvenate or recharge or whatnot, I'm not feeling that it is draining me. Right? It does require energy,
Mhm.
like this in your presence and your, you're putting
Thank
that
you.
out there, but it doesn't feel. It hasn't been feeling like an effort or a cost, which I really, really am enjoying because it's so nice to be able to have that feeling like this. And you come back home and you close the door behind you, and it's not like, right? It's more like,
Yeah, I get it.
that was fun.
I get it.
Okay, I'm tired. Right?
Well,
there's that slight difference.
I think
Right?
I think I get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, yeah, there's the physical exhaustion and there's the emotional and physical exhaustion at the same time, which are two different things.
Right.
Yeah, so I get that. I get that. I don't feel that often, the emotional part, because I'm dead inside. Mental health. Well, the one of the things of depression is you just feel nothing. And that, that's not fun,
Some days I wouldn't mind that.
It's not all it's
Sometimes
cracked
I
up
feel
to be.
too much.
It's not all it's cracked up to
No, I
be.
know what you mean. Too much is just as bad as not enough.
Or nothing at all.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I can get that. Again, I don't often feel exhausted from people.
Mhm.
Sometimes I do, and that's usually it has to do with anxiety for me. I could be out somewhere around people, and I'm like, I got to get the hell out of here.
Mhm.
It has nothing to do with the people, and everything to do with that happened to me. What was it? 2 years ago?
Yes.
I went to see. I forget who was. I went to. It was the Sunday night of Pride.
Yeah, we were going to see Kaiser.
Yes, Kaiser. That's who I wanted to go see.
Yes.
And I'm like, I have to get out of here.
Yep. I remember that night.
I had to leave. I'm like, I can't be
now.
here. I have to leave right now. And that's what I did. And I mean, I regret not being able to see her, but I couldn't spend another minute there.
Yep.
I was just, senses were overwhelmed, but it was just anxiety. Like I have to be away from human beings right now.
Yep.
And, that sucked because I really wanted to see her. Because I mean, she sort of mounted a comeback after having been in a very serious car accident.
Yes.
It almost killed her, and she came back, thank goodness. But she's from Edmonton too, I think.
Yeah,
eh?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, and she served in the Navy, so she's kind of a badass.
I didn't know she served in the Navy. I knew that she would like dance with the National Ballet for a while or something.
I think she served in. Maybe I'm wrong. I'll have to look that up now. I thought she had served in the Navy. I'm pretty sure she did.
She is badass.
Yeah. Canadian. She's 37 now. I guess
she really?
Well, yeah. The first record did come out a long time ago. She looks different with her longer hair, though. I like that.
I like that.
Yeah. She's from Calgary, not Edmonton. Okay. Sorry. Multiple singles. Join My Heart. Son of One. 1989. Wow, 37. Early life. Her last name is Norwegian from her paternal side, and her grandfather is from. I don't know how to pronounce that word.
Forgiveness?
Norway.
Forgiveness?
Maybe. Norway.
Okay.
She took a sailing class at summer camp when she was 13. Later became a sailing instructor at Glenmore Sailing School in 2007. A year after she joined the reserves of the Royal Canadian Navy. I was right. She was in the Navy. She also entered the Miss Universe Canada pageant. I had no idea.
Oh my God.
She stated,
is there anything she hasn't done?
She stated that her time in the Navy motivated her to give away 4,500 CDs to Canadian troops serving in Afghanistan in 2008. She just gets better by the minute, right? Yeah. Yeah.
Can we make her Governor General next?
No kidding. Wow. Yeah.
Wow.
Olympic Plaza, downtown Calgary in July 2005. Wow, she ever looked different there?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if I can get that on the camera for you to see. Olympic Plaza, I was by it a few weeks ago because I was in Calgary. It's under massive renos. They're rebuilding the whole area. It's going to be quite nice when it's done, but it's going to be it's a big project. It's huge. So they shut down that whole section. And during Stampede, all the streets that run around it are nearby are close to vehicular traffic, and they turn it into a big party zone. Think of what Spark Street could be. Lots of bars, lots of restaurants, lots of big patios. Now, Sparks is slowly migrating that way, but the problem with Spark Street here in Ottawa is, one, the city doesn't own it, but the city's responsible for it.
Right. The
south side is owned by the National Capital Commission, and the north side is owned by the Parliament of Canada.
Right.
Or the federal government, actually.
Right.
The federal government? Government of Canada. So it doesn't matter who's in charge. It's federally owned. So, but the city is responsible for policing it and taking care of it. And now, the south side, which is the NCC, they've opened up a lot of bars and restaurants and patios over the last number of years and really trying to make a good go of it. But it could be so much more than it is. It really could be so much more than it is. I'm disappointed that it's not better. Yeah. Anyway, what am I going to do? The city can't do anything about it. Like, literally can't. It's not an easy city to be the mayor of when you think about it, because you have to deal with the feds. You have to deal with another province. You have to deal with the National Capital Commission and the provincial government, who does not even consider Ottawa part of Ontario, as evidenced by the absence of our provincial premier. Anyway,
and often the government's on the other side of the river as well.
Yeah, you have to, exactly. You got,
because it's a regional project, right?
Yes, you have to deal with the government of Quebec and the mayor of Gatineau, or still Hull to me, but I'll call it Gatineau because that's what they go by these days.
Sometimes I wonder if we would be better
as a
like a Washington DC, like a Canberra, right? Like a little.
I've often thought that, and I know they've looked into it over the years, but it's like, okay, cool. How do we make that work, though? Because the provinces are very different.
Yeah.
There's a lot of differences. So could you make it a single district? Everything that happens on the Quebec side stays that way, and everything that happens on the Ontario side stays that way. But it's a single district. So if you work in one, like the north side of the district, which would be Quebec, your taxes don't change. Because I think that's the big thing. Like, because, people who live in Ottawa work in Hull, and people who live in Quebec, they go back and forth all the time. And if you're in the federal public servant, sometimes your office just moves. You have no say in that. All of a sudden, your tax structure changes. Well, how is that fair?
Right.
It's not. And then people go, well, they chose to be public servants. Yeah, but if you work for a high IT firm, they might move their office. And if you work in construction, you could be, and I've worked on both sides when I did my gigs, right? but because I was in an Ontario-based company, my tax structure didn't change for me
Right.
as an employee. But if you're a federal public servant, it does change, and
Yes, it does.
that ain't right. You know? Which is why I think they should adopt a district in that sense. It's like everything remains status quo. Doesn't matter which side of the river you work on.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that might be a way to approach it. And then have, you'd have a mayor in each side of the river that would work together. So a north district and a south district,
Mm-hmm.
maybe. I don't know. These are just things I'm kicking around. It's sort of political, I guess, but we're not. It's different political talk than we would normally have on
More like
this.
solving the world's problems.
Yes. Yeah. Well, Well, anyway.
But I have wondered that because just, the Outaouais is different enough.
Mhm.
From the rest of Quebec, especially if you go into the regions.
Oh, yes.
And like you said, Ottawa is different enough from Toronto.
And the further west in Quebec you go, it's very different.
Mm-hmm.
You go up the line, right? Shawville.
Yeah.
When they sent the language police to Shawville 20 years ago, the Francophones kicked them out, literally chased them out of town because they were, picking on the Anglophones in Shawville. And Shawville it's a mixed community, right? Mm-hmm. And the Francophones kicked them out because they're like, look, we get along fine here. We don't need you to make a problem for us. Yeah, but it's an English sign. It should be smaller. And they're like, get out of town. We don't want you here. We don't want you coming here to divide us. We work together fine. Beat it. They ran him out of town. Mm-hmm. And they were proud to because like, no, we've been getting along fine for like 200 years. Right. Who are you to come here and tell us how to change? No, right. Go to hell. And the irony being, of course, you can be in Shawville and be talking to somebody and not realize that they're French, and same token, talk to an English person, not realize that, it's like Montreal in that respect. Aylmer's like, not Aylmer, Almont. No, Aylmer.
Aylmer.
I mix them up all the time. They're different sides of the river too. Aylmer's like that too. But what I find unique about Aylmer is it's kind of what Canada should be. I can go into Tim Hortons, speak English. They'll respond to me in French. We both understand one another, and it's not a big deal. Mm-hmm. It's just Aylmer. That's how it is.
Hi, bonjour. Can I have Boston cream? Absolument.
Yeah.
That would be $3.45. Voila. Bye.
It's no issue.
Yep.
Nobody cares, right?
I've done it.
Yeah. And I think Aylmer's unique in that respect compared to, say, Montreal, because Montreal's just a metropolitan city. So Montreal is half the province of Quebec lives in Montreal. But you have to look at Montreal as a microcosm because it's not like...
It's special. It's a cosmopolitan city.
Correct.
C'est un carrefour.
Yeah, international city, meets, right? So you can't look at that as an example because Aylmer is just a small town, right? So you can go to any other small town in the province of Quebec, Shawville being a different, it's a West Quebec thing, I think, really. But you go to the eastern townships out that way, and a lot of times their English might not be very good and your French might not be very good, but they don't care. Your money's the same color, So, yeah. Just interesting how you can see those, what's the word I'm looking for? See the difference or see the similarities from one society to the next. At the end of the day, we all basically want the same thing,
Yep.
But you have wealthy people who like to divide us so that they can profit off us.
Mm-hmm. It's amazing how often...
I'm not going to get on a soapbox.
No, but it's true. It's amazing how often you agree on the destination. You just don't agree on the path to get there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah, very true.
It's sort of like... And so long as you don't lose sight of the destination, eventually you'll come to agreement on the path to get there. But if at some point, the path becomes more important than the destination, then you're doomed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just keeping things in perspective.
Mm-hmm.
You're making me think of something that is more on the political spectrum. but I think I'm going to use it to talk about other stuff. It's Andrew Coyne had put out an editorial
Mhm.
a while ago that was talking about the potential patriotism problem of
Oh,
conservatives.
yes.
And he was making a point that in Canada, because if you're a conservative, your objective is not to be forming community with global conservatives. Your objective is to be forming community with fellow Canadians. So before you're standing with a fellow conservative from the United States or the UK or whatnot, you should be standing with a liberal from Canada. Because,
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
And
It was like that too for ever.
It was, but like I said, now we have the internet that makes it such that all the village idiots can, connect with each other and, confirm, create that echo chamber and realize, convince each other that they're not actually idiots.
Well, it was the
Right.
what was it? Who was it who said every village had an idiot, and the internet took them all to get together?
Exactly, and so long as each village idiot was isolated in their own village, that was
They were
fine.
harmless.
They were harmless.
Yeah.
But now they're having meetings.
Yeah, and of course that leads to
They're throwing kikis.
bias confirmation echo chamber,
Well, exactly, like this,
which
it's
is
and the validation and all that kind of stuff. And,
well, you saw the way people reacted to Dr. Fauci's pleading the fifth. That's an admission of guilt.
Okay,
No, it's not.
Now let's go to Donald Trump's arraignment.
Oh no, he's just protecting himself.
Did you want more?
Yeah, I'd have another.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, look at that from that perspective, and it's like, oh wow, really? So it's bad if this guy does it, but if that guy does it, it's
Right.
fine.
So I'm just like bringing that sort of concept
Mm,
to that thing that's like in life, right? It's if you're spending your time looking for validation
right.
and you don't care so much about the source of it,
Mhm.
right? It could lead you down to certain paths
Yes.
that make you undervalue the benefit of having people in your own neighborhood or community that may see things differently than the way you do. Because there is a benefit to be living next to people who see things differently than you do.
Agreed.
Even if, and it goes both ways. It's like just as much as we are frustrated by people who don't see the world that we do, the way that we do,
Mhm.
and are prepared to do certain things, take actions into their own hands, with not as much judgment and discernment as they need in order to do that, and we disagree with that, I would still, right, when it comes to defending Canada, when it comes to defending my home, when it comes to defending my nation, my culture,
Mhm.
knock on their door first and saying, hey, we have a common enemy. Should we link arms here? Rather than saying, hey, people believe the way that I do coming from the country that is threatening me. How about we link arms?
Well, case in point,
Right?
linking arms. Who became the most patriotic province in the country when Trump threatened annexation? Quebec.
Right?
Nobody saw that coming.
Nobody saw that coming at all.
I sure as hell didn't. And I lived in Quebec for a long time.
Yeah.
But Quebec became the most patriotic province in Canada when threatened with annexation.
Yeah, because I mean, you realize sometimes it isn't until that you're in an existential situation.
Mhm.
Like, again, this doesn't have to be politics. This could just be your regular life. Something happens, and all of a sudden, whoa! Everything that I was planning or that I knew to be true or what now is now like really being threatened.
Mm-hmm.
Or being questioned, or like a risk of having the rug pulled out from under me. It's like the Quebecois know if you're as a francophone,
Mhm.
I guess, for whom I consider myself francophone first now, but is not my first language. So
Right,
I really
right.
am. Thank you so much. I really am a francophile in that sense. I've studied the language. I love the language. I'm fascinated by the language. I put a lot of work into getting better at it.
Mhm.
It was like when I was in high school, I did like dictation competition and debating competition, oral speaking competition, whatnot, all to get better at my French. because I was really passionate about that
Right.
specifically. And, portion of that was the fact that my mother is a Franco-Ontarian, right?
Mhm.
She's a Vézina, baptized French, and because she met a man when she got married who was unilingual Anglophone, her first language of speaking and of approach became English.
Yes.
I guess, and then we were raised in that. And of course, as happens often when you get older, right, you revert back to your mother tongue. So as my mom got older, she started speaking to me in French more first rather than English. And
Mhm.
I like going back to the comfort
Right.
and all
Right.
that kind of stuff, right? And other than the gift of life, the gift of French is the most beautiful gift that I've ever been given, because I get to participate fully in my country, understanding everything, not only the words, but the
Right.
subtext and the color, the texture and everything underneath it, right? Where this comes from, because I understand the culture
Mhm. Mhm.
as well. So when you, I am, if I felt that my language and my culture was threatened, which would be the case of Quebec if it became independent,
Right.
because in the whole North America, the only other place where French is majority is Haiti.
Yes. And I don't think you're going to be moving there anytime soon.
And I don't think that they're going to be sending, reinforcements
No.
from there, right?
No.
They kind of have a bit of a tricky financial situation and not only social unrest situation going on there, right?
A little bit.
So if Quebec goes independent,
Mhm.
there's, other than, of course, les Acadiens and Franco-Ontarians, there's not much reason anymore for Canada to be officially bilingual.
Oh, agreed. And the only officially bilingual province in the country is New Brunswick.
Because New Brunswick, right? So if all of a sudden you have a country south of you and then all around you,
Mhm.
a second one that has absolutely no interest in preserving or promoting French, what's most likely going to happen to your province and French in your province?
You'll diminish very
Right?
quickly.
Because
You'll
right
just-
now,
yeah.
because right now we're in a sea of 42 million that even though not all of us speak French like this, we at least are convinced of the idea of there being a place for it,
Oh, yes.
right?
Well,
Which does not exist in the United States at all.
No. They, and I mean, the second most dominant language, I don't want to use popular is not the correct term, but the second most spoken language, I think, in the U.S.
Probably.
would be Spanish,
Right.
right?
Exactly.
Which is not far off from French. There's a lot of
Yes.
there's masculine and feminine.
Yeah.
There's a lot of similarities, but it is a different language.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's only one official language in that country, and English is it. Or actually, do they have an official language?
That's a good question.
I don't know if they do.
Did you know that historically there was a time that Yiddish was being considered
No, I did not.
as the potential? Yeah. Could you imagine? Oy vey,
Oy
can
vey.
you see?
Oy vey. Filka.
Apparently, yeah, that was the case. But what the Quebecois know that if they went independent at this
Oh, they're screwed.
particular time, they would just be absorbed.
Completely. And,
Right.
and France would be like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there would be absolutely zero inclination
Mhm.
from anyone all around to say, like, French, yeah, what's that?
Yeah,
They're-
no.
So,
They would diminish. They would their culture would not disappear.
Hmm.
And I say this
because
because
they would keep it alive.
exactly. It's like the laws that they've created to keep it alive, I think, are stupid. And here's why I'll say this. We have done everything to destroy the culture of the indigenous people in this country for centuries.
Hmm.
And they're thriving now more than ever before. And they don't have language laws, and they don't have, those things don't exist for indigenous communities anywhere in this country,
Mhm.
including Quebec. But the culture's survived and it's thriving.
Yeah.
So, it wouldn't disappear in Quebec, but it would take a hit.
Yeah.
And it would be, what would happen? This is my prediction. Prior to the Quiet Revolution, if you were a francophone in Montreal, you were a second-class citizen.
Mm.
It's true.
Yes.
It's and you know, if you watch the Rocket Richard film, I learned about history that I was never taught, that they divided the English and French in the Montreal Forum. And the French got the bad seats and the English got all the best seats. I didn't know this. They never told me this in high school. You know, and how would I know this as an Anglophone? Nobody would just come out and tell me this.
Mm-hmm.
So things I learned about the history of our country that I did not know, and were they absorbed, that would happen again. That would happen again.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my God, in the U.S., if you speak to an ICE agent and you have an accent, watch out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, but in this situation, for example, you know, the hardcore in Quebec could be looking to France and Belgium,
Mhm.
this, and, you know, francophone nations of the world, the La Francophonie, the group,
Mhm.
let's unite, and I'm sure they're using those levers,
Oh,
of course, because they are existing there. But first and foremost, they have seen the threat,
Mhm.
and put in the context of that threat, that should change your perspective on what your goal, because back in 1980 and 1995, when Quebec was deciding that they were going to pursue independence through a referendum, the current existential threat of the United States wasn't first and foremost in their mind.
no, it's all changed
Right?
since then.
We are going to be a country. There will be this mass, whatnot like this. Yes, we will have good relations with Canada because we're going to have to,
Mhm.
right? Like I said, you know, and that was the thinking at the time, but now we're looking at the thinking now, right? For example, when we look at Alberta and we're looking what's happening over there, and says, you know, it's like, well, you know, we're going to have to do all this type of stuff. And now Canadians are turning around and says, well, you know, if there's a divorce, there is to be, it doesn't mean that it needs to be amicable.
That's right.
Right? That is different from our point of view.
Well,
Right?
and 60% of the province of Alberta is federal
Yes.
land.
Yes. And then, but on the Quebec side of it, where we have this initial twist, because the Parti Québécois was doing well, yes, over there, it's sort of like, oh, well, wait a minute. You know, while we do have aspirations, and while it may be better if we were our own country to hold all our own things,
Mhm.
because if we're looking at the counterfactual, however, if we were not part of Canada and things were like this for now, we would be under some very, very, very serious threat
Oh, yes.
at the moment. Maybe there are one or two advantages. Maybe we should be talking more to our fellow Canadians about what we could do to maybe help each other out, considering what's
Mhm.
going on. So that's what I mean. It's like these two different attitudes. It's almost like the sovereigntists
Mhm.
or autonomists, not
Mhm.
hardcore separatists, but in Quebec have realized at this point, it's like, oh, no, I'm not going to go get community with my fellow francophones in France or in Haiti or like this. I'm going to like look to my neighbor,
Mhm.
because if this happens, we both screwed,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's not just me that loses my francophone culture. It's like you're going to lose your Canadian culture
Correct.
as well. And you know what? If I have to do the math, as much as I would like to be independent, sovereign, whatnot,
It doesn't work.
But my primary consideration is for my language and my culture. And I'm smart enough to do the math to realize that it's more protected within Canada than outside.
Mhm. Mhm.
And therefore I'm going to lock arms. And it's just that concept, like I said, and like I said, I'm using a political example,
Mhm.
but that can happen, you know, in your life,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because you're at a stage in your life where you're considering either, you know, status quo or making a change for yourself, like this, and you're feeling out making a change for yourself. So you're getting familiar with a new group of people or a new activity or a new something that's going to bring you in that direction of the change. You're thinking of that might be good for you. And you get to know some people and you're making some connections and all that kind of stuff. You know, like this, and you're actually making some really good ones, you know, because it seems like there's some solid things.
Mhm.
And you're getting closer to that decision point that you've started forming some relationships here that are solid, that are like bringing you something, that are positive, and you still have this over here. And, you know, there's things you want to, this is still worth it, but there's still some positive, but, you know, you're checking to see if the grass could be greener, all that kind of stuff. and then something just comes out of the blue,
It tells you that, oh, guess what?
right? And it's sort of like all of a sudden it's like, okay, do I have more confidence in these new people, in these new relationships that I'm just establishing?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, will they have my back? Will they be? Or these people that I know at this end, who sometimes we don't always agree, and very, very, passionately, we don't agree. But I also know that if the poop were to hit the proverbial fan, they would have my back.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. No,
Right?
absolutely.
And you make your decision in consequence,
Mhm.
right? So I think that might also be playing a part in that other thing I said about me being more social, is that I'm also realizing that the people that I am choosing to make time for over the course of this summer
Mhm.
are the people that maybe doesn't matter that we're not necessarily talking to each other every week. If something goes wrong, they're
Mhm.
going to be the first picking up the phone going, how
Right.
can I help?
Mhm. Yeah, no, I get that.
Right. So it's we there's this song in French, un peu plus haut, un peu plus loin. I don't know if you ever heard it, when Celine Dion did her big concert at the Plains of Abraham a couple of years ago. She had Jean-Luc Ferland, who wrote the song and sang it originally, and then Ginette Renault sang it. It was this big moment. If you ever see it on, often you'll see it on YouTube, even like the vocal coaches analyzing this. And,
Oh, okay.
You see the pictures. That's an amazing moment. I can't believe this, right? But the song "Un peu plus haut, un peu plus loin" is a song about like someone who's like chasing either fame or stardom, or trying to rise the ladder in whatever field that they're
Right.
in. And it's just a little higher, just a little further. Oh, I think I see it over
There's
there.
the brass
hold
ring.
hold for me. Wait
Yeah.
over there. I'll be right back. Oh, look, it's just over there. And you're getting further and further and further about
You're chasing
people.
a carrot on a stick.
Exactly like this, and you're getting further and further like this, and the guy, the person's at there like looking at, going, it's beautiful, if you could only see how beautiful it is over there, right?
Mhm.
Right, like this. And so that whole pull of wanting to go and grab something bigger, but all the people that lifted you and helped you to get there, the consequence of doing that is getting further away from them. Like this, and you still love them and you still care for them,
But
but there's something more, just a little higher, just wait,
Yeah.
just I'll
yeah,
go back,
yeah,
like this, and then eventually,
it's just you're not there anymore. Yeah. No, I get it.
right?
Mhm.
So it's a beautiful, like if you understand the lyrics, right? Like this, and then you hear, because it's not operatic, but you can imagine it as being operatic.
Okay.
Like, c'est beau, right? So it's just the person who's singing it, you can see that they're looking at something and they got these big stars in their eyes,
Mhm.
right?
They're chasing rainbows, basically.
Right. So it's like I say, it's the, and I imagine that at some point when you have that kind of life,
Mhm.
I think it's like that commercial that I saw the other day. It's like it's a person that's riding in his car, that's looking at driving by an airport, that's looking somebody that's driving in it, that's in a luxury jet, that's looking
Right.
at somebody like
It's
this,
a-
that gets
It's a
into another,
Scotiabank commercial.
yeah, something like that. And then somebody else is like coming out of their car with a big higher powered meeting, and they're
Mhm.
watching two people just like having regular people having like a good connection time at a restaurant. So, oh God, I wish I could be doing that.
Mm.
Right. But they're so far up there that, right.
Was that FOMO?
Yeah. Kind of thing.
Fear of missing out?
Or just like, wow, fear of missing out, or like, wow, I've achieved all this, but oh my God, look what it cost me.
I have nothing. Yeah. And it will cost you a great deal.
Right. So I think
you can't have everything.
Yeah.
You can't.
And you can't ever have everything all at once. Throughout your life, you can have it all, but
Yeah.
not all at the same time.
No.
So I think I might be hitting an age or a point in my maturity at which I am moving a little more towards dance with those who brought you than keep on trying to expand and find new.
Oh, yeah, no, I get that. I've been like that for a long time now. I meet people all the time, but well, I was out a couple of years ago and had a nice chat with this guy. Lady sitting next to me said, "Why didn't you take his number down?" And I go, "Why? I'm sure he comes to this pub. I'll bump into him again." I'm not pursuing it.
Mhm.
I don't pursue it. If I meet people all the time. I have colleagues. I enjoy the company of my colleagues, but that's work. I don't associate with my colleagues outside of work, and it's not because I dislike them or we have a vast difference of opinion. It's just like, no, I need to keep my professional life separate from my personal life. I don't want those worlds colliding. I like to keep them separate for a lot of reasons. One being, I like having a personal, private life, and when you mix that with your colleagues, you give that up, man.
Mm-hmm.
So no, I don't. I'm friendly with my colleagues. We get along. We work well together. Would I call them my friends? Not the same way I call you my friend.
Mm-hmm.
You know the difference there?
Mm-hmm.
Sure, we're friends, but, if I was in a dire situation, I'd call you before I'd call them.
Right.
It's not saying anything negative about them. It's just, they're not my people in my life.
Right.
So, yeah, I meet people all the time that I can be very friendly with and have wonderful conversations, but take your number down. Why would I do that? I come here a lot. You can bump into me here. If you want to hang out, here's my number. I'm just not pursuing anybody anymore. I don't have the time for it. I'm old and I don't give a shit for the most part. I could care less. I could not care less. That's it.
Yes.
Could not care less. I really don't. And it's got nothing to do with whether people are nice or nasty or no. I just don't. I don't need it. I haven't for a long time. I just don't need it. And I don't know when I came to that conclusion. It's probably 20 years ago, if not more. And the older I get, the less willing I am to put up with anything. It's like, hey, we're going to this thing on Thursday at 9:00. Nope. Yeah, I'm not going. Well, it'll be a lot of fun. Not for me. I have no interest in that. So I'm not going. Really? I have no interest in that. Therefore, I am not going. It's got nothing to do with you. I have no interest in it. And I have a limited amount of time left on this earth. So why am I going to spend it doing things I don't want to do? Yes, I understand. There are things that we have to do that we don't like to do or don't want to do.
Yes.
But having to do something versus just doing it because somebody else wants you to, different. Completely different. I get invited to something. If I have no interest, I'm just going to say, no, thank you. I appreciate the invite, but I have no interest in that. So I'm not going.
Mm-hmm.
Simple as that.
Yeah.
Once, when I was a lot younger, I'd say yes to everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me too. That was my 30s.
But I don't care anymore. I just don't.
That was good and bad.
Yeah.
A lot of good things happen because I said yes to things. A lot of bad things happen because I said yes to things.
Well, again, like if I have no interest in it, I'm not going to feign interest.
Right.
I'm not going to be fake about it. If I have no interest, I'm just going to say I'm not interested, but thank you very much. It took me a long time to figure that out, but it was in my mid-30s, I think I figured that one out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because my 30s was the decade of why not?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Want to do this? Sure, why not?
Yeah.
Want to try that? Sure, why not? Oh boy, did I find out why not.
Well, I still get it. I get invited out for things every now and then. Not as much as I used to, but I get invited out for something, some activity. And they're like, hey, we're going to go here to do this. I'm like, yeah.
No. Yeah, but no.
I'd rather watch paint dry. Like, we're going to go and do this. That sounds like work on a Saturday. No. Work that I won't get paid. Actually, I'm going to spend money to do this. and it's work? No. Let's go berry picking. How about fucking no? Not ever. You want me to squat in the dirt and pick berries in the hot sun? And then I have to pay? No. Well, you have to pay for the berries you pick. I did the work. I should get them for free. It's like when I bag my own groceries at the store, at the self-checkout. I want a 10% discount. I did the fucking work. Did you need a bag? No. I'll shove everything into the one bag I brought. I'll make it fit. I'm not paying you for anything. Fuck you. I did the work. Would you like to make a donation for? No, fuck you. I do that at home. Yep. Sorry, I'm getting vulgar here. Must be these non-alcoholic beers.
Toronto Dad, Paul just made me spit my pips. Oh man, jeez.
Yeah, it's because of the rosacea, sciatica. That's what that is. It's rosacea. I've been trying to get in to see my doctor to get a script for it. I have a script and I tried to get it renewed, and he's like, "Well, you have to come and talk to me." I'm like, "Oh, for fuck's sake!" But I think you can get tetracycline I think you can go to a drugstore and they could just give it to you now.
I think
it's one of the ones that's covered. So I think I'm just going to do that. I'm just going to go to the drugstore up the street and go, "Listen, it's driving me crazy. I don't have time to get to see my doctor. Can I get some tetracycline for my rosacea? Because it's painful.
Okay,
it's painful and it's unsightly. Yeah. It's painful and it's unsightly. Luckily, I'm not so young that I'd be. I go to work and I got all this shit on my face, and I'm like, yeah, whatever. I don't care. I don't care. People look at you. Oh, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just in pain. I'll be okay. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I get it. It's unsightly, but it's not going to kill me. It's just unpleasant. Whatever.
Yeah.
If people look at me funny, I don't care. I really don't care.
Yeah. I hear you. I was I'm wondering
like sciatica.
But goddamn rosacea, leave Paul.
Making him look like he's blushing. No. If I blush, you'll really know it.
Leave Grizzly alone.
That one gets repurposed a lot for Pierre. A lot. Like way too much.
Do you need anything?
No, I think I'm good.
Good?
Yeah.
We're good. Thank you.
I think I'm about ready to wrap up, actually. It's
okay.
It's pushing 5.
Wow, that time just flew by.
It did fly. Yeah, it's pushing 5 o'clock. And this takes about an hour to tear down, and I'm going to have to take Lola out shortly. And hopefully it's not pouring rain, so...
We watched Canadian Bacon, the movie, Best John Candy movie, and discuss how it
looks through a 2020. I watched it recently, actually. It was interesting, especially when they go to downtown Toronto, and I'm like, I don't even recognize that shit anymore.
Yeah, really?
That movie's over 34 years old, something like that.
Yeah. I saw that one in the movie theater, actually.
I can't remember if I saw it in the theater or not.
I think it was at the Bytown I saw it when it came out.
Todd Maffin just sent me that.
Oh, Todd Maffin.
Yeah, we've been connected through Messenger. I don't know. I got to send. I'd like to get him on the show at some point in time.
I've written him like 3-4 times.
Oh yeah,
got an answer. No.
Yeah, here, look at this. Have you seen this?
Oh my.
I'll share it with everybody. Okay. I'll put it on the screen because it's funny.
I like the last one because it's like they all grow up to be their mothers.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll show you this on my phone because I'm not going to pull it up on the computer, but it's pretty funny. So you can see, I've got to get it there so the lights.
Yeah.
Okay, you can tell who that is. And boom. Spray on here.
And then he becomes his mom.
I mean, obviously it's AI, but it's still funny. Yeah, still funny. Yeah. I thought that was pretty hilarious. Oh, this is now I know why we're not hearing from Mr. Our buddy, because he'd be watching the game.
He's watching, yes, he's watching the owls, the esks and the owls.
The elks.
The elks. Yes, not the owls. Why did I say the owls?
Yeah, it's the owls.
Oh,
the Alouettes. Les Alouettes.
The owls and the esks.
Elks.
And the Elks.
Elks and Owls.
Elks. Yes, it's true. It's not the Esks anymore.
Edmonton
it's
is
the Elks.
playing Montreal in Montreal. So, yeah.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
That
Well,
was an event.
John Candy is in it.
Canadian
put the
Bacon.
movie on Discord after the Pubcast. Oh, okay, there you go. Cool. Anybody who wants to watch Canadian Bacon will be on the Discord if you want to watch it right after this.
There you
So
go.
let's start winding down and wrapping up so I can take my doggy out because she's probably anxious. It's been since we went out 7:30 this morning. So
Oh my. Yeah, she's due.
Yeah.
Well, all right then, DamFam. That's the end of the August 2026 monthly Eager Beaver Pubcast live from the
Lieutenant's Pump at 361 Elgin Street in beautiful downtown Ottawa.
We have a thing. See, it works. We hope that you enjoyed this because we love making this for you, my favorite day of the month. And because of this fine gentleman over here and all of you, you have made it special yet once again. Only happy memories of the Pubcast.
Cool.
Big thank you goes to our podcast founding sponsors, the Peppermaster, the Misfit Mysteries from Core Moon Publishing, and PsychicTarot.ca. Of course, thank you to everybody here at the Pump for the wonderful service, great food, the bevies, and of course, the always warm welcome. Thank you for joining us as well. Of course, Kits and Cubs, if you would like to support our stream, this QR code will bring you to our coffee page. That's at coffeeko-fi.com/eagerbeaver, all in one word, where you can buy yours truly a mug of hot chocolate so I can maintain my caramel levels, or Mr. Grizzly, a
Cup of
mug
coffee.
of dark and bitter coffee, allegedly like his heart, but we know better.
Black and bitter. That's my heart.
We know better. I love this guy. We know better. But if you would like to keep us in stocked up in libations, a little donation to the Eager Beaver Lodge Emergency Hydration Fund, as we affectionately call it, at our coffee page will do so. And if there's any extra left over, well, we roll that into the show for, internet subscription services and all those other things that we need to bring this show to you 5 days a week and sometimes a little more. So there you go, Kits and Cups. Thank you for all your help. And of course, when you donate through coffee, we get 95 to 97% of your donation. If you're watching through YouTube, we have stickers, super chats, and memberships where we get about 70%. And of course, if you are avoiding the US CE Tech Bros, then you can make a direct donation using our email address, truenortheagerbeaver@gmail.com. And that's a Canadian transaction from your institution to ours, where we get 100% of your donation. No CE Tech Bros get a cut, and they cannot donate it to Donald Trump to do terrible things to us. So it's a win-win-win. There you go. If you would like to help us out in other ways, if you scan this QR code and you are not already on our YouTube page, that will bring you there, where you can click on our buttons, like, share, and subscribe. Smash with our buttons. We don't judge, especially if you want to get a little freaky with them. Also, our notification bell, and click all so you will get notifications when we have something on. And if you are watching this but not live and on your cell phone or tablet fewer than 7 days after the broadcast, if you swipe left on the comments section, you will have the opportunity to offer us some hype points, which helps smaller channels like ours get exposed to more potential viewers. So, and you can do that 3 times a week. So please give us your hype points, and thank you for all that you do to send us your love and your support. Now, if you're not able to donate financially, remember, we still want to hear from you, because you can donate in word to truenortheagerbeaver@gmail.com. Our email address is where you can send us your compliments and constructive critique. You can send us guest suggestions for our interview project. You can send us your good news, which helps us through the doom scrolling when things get a little heavy. And of course, you can ask us any questions that you have about the show, or questions that you would like us to add, you would like to ask us about politics. If you're looking for us at our socials, at True Eager at the Blue Sky Beaver Lodge, also on the shitter, True North Eager Beaver on Facebook, our original home. We have True North Eager Beaver on Instagram, that is run by Kit Uncover. We have the unofficial DamFam Discord. We have the Substack, and of course, Beaver Bites on Substack. And of course, we have our coffee page. So lots of places where you can keep the conversation going. And of course, on YouTube, right down here in the comment section, that's the place where we're most likely to see if you write to us. And we do read everything that you send us, even though we're not able to respond to everyone. Will not do Because Democracy is something that you do today, because it's just not that kind of show.
No, no, definitely not.
But because Canadian is something that you do, just go out and have your best life over the rest of the weekend.
Well, it's still summer.
Yes,
So
do Canadian summer right.
drink yourself a beverage and spend some time with some friends. Maybe have a barbecue. Maybe go to the beach. Maybe swim in your neighbor's pool. Maybe go skinny dipping.
Maybe ask your
Maybe
neighbor
sit
first.
in a hot tub. I don't know. You figure it out. You know what you want to do.
Skinny dipping with your neighbors. Who knows?
In the hot tub. Sure, why not?
Maybe you're that kind of friends. You never know.
Well, until you ask, you won't know. All right.
We're going off the rails. All right. So that's all we have for you, kits and cubs. Again, Mr. Grizzly, since we never got to ask you what your words of wisdom.
Words of wisdom on a Saturday afternoon in the pub. Well, don't drink and drive, first off. Second off, remember to breathe. I know that sounds stupid on the surface, but breathe with purpose. Not just the autonomic function. Breathe with purpose. When you are having a tough, stressful moment, take 10 very deep cleansing breaths, and it will calm you down. Because we did talk today about mental health. I thought that would be something poignant and apropos, as they say.
Yes, indeed. So, all right, DamFam. Class dismissed. Go out, enjoy recess, and we'll see you again on Monday.
See you later, eh?